Yo, get on mute, Mert. Yo, Nerdy, can you talk? Can they hear you?
I can
Chat
talk,
here.
and hopefully they can hear me.
Guys, this is crazy. I'm like, everything's working, but I'm so nervous because there's like, guys, tournaments are so hard to organize. My respect for tournament officials has gone up 8 bajillion things. I have like 14. I'm actually using, it's like the 6 consoles meme. I have 10 windows open. Like, I'm not kidding. I have 10 application windows open, and they all need to like have things and fit. This is crazy. This is so this is so wild. Oh my god. Let me hear. I'll turn this on. Timer. Already forgetting stuff. So yeah, this is the ranked playoff qualifiers. I've been talking about this on my stream for a little bit. If you don't know what's going on, obviously all the players will know what's going on. I mean, they're in the lobby. I hope they know what's going on. But the gist of it is that ranked season 1 ended on Wednesday of this past week, and I wanted to host a big playoffs to sort of like culminate and try to figure out who really the best player is in like a 1-to-1 format. Obviously, you know, whoever finishes on the top of the leaderboard, you can argue is the best player, but you know, tournaments are fun, right? Why not? It could be fun. So the way that it works is the people that finished in the top 8 last season, which are in order: Silver tying with me in first, Ral second, Arachi third, Oxity at 4th, Priffin 5th, Danny Boy 6th, Lowkey 7th, and Rainex in 8th. Those 8 players all immediately qualified for the playoffs bracket, a 16-person bracket. So now we're hosting this qualifiers to round out the bottom 8. So we have anyone from the top 100 that finished in the top 100 last season could play in these open qualifiers, and we're going to figure out the 8 best players, and they're going to go in the bracket next weekend and the weekend after that. And the format for these qualifiers, there's a command, !playoffs. You can read the doc, but that's a lot of words. Reading's really hard. It took a lot of brain power to even type that thing, so I get it. Everyone's going to run the same seed, obviously, as ranked. They're using the ranked instance. Everything's going to look very similar, except it's not a 1v1. It's a like 60-person free-for-all. And the way it works is every seed, the top half of players will get to finish, and then the lobby will cut off and it'll finish, like it'll end the game or whatever. And if you don't finish in the top half, you get 1 mark, and if you get 2 marks, you're just out and you're done and you don't qualify. And then we'll just keep playing seeds until we get to a top 8. And if there's a tiebreaker at the end, we'll have a tiebreaker seed. But that's basically how it's going to work. It's probably going to be 8 seeds, maybe 9, maybe 10. We'll figure it out. And they're just going to look like ranked seeds. I did look at them yesterday for like 2 minutes for each seed, just make sure there's no lava housing, make sure like the BT and the ships are not like covered. But I mean, they are ranked seeds. There can be desert temples, there can be rune portal seeds. It will be very similar to just watching someone play ranked, except they're fighting against 60 people. So I'm very excited. Nerdy, what are you thinking?
I'm personally very excited. I'm curious. The thing I think I'm most curious to see is going to be how similar the rankings line up with the results of this tournament. So, or like the specific qualifier. So I'm curious if we're going to see a lot of variety in the 8 that qualify, if we're going to see, you know, or if we're just going to see essentially 9 through 16.
Yeah,
That wouldn't
I know
be
what
very
you mean.
exciting, but I could see it happening because, you know, there's a lot of skill based to the elo. So I'm curious about that probably mostly, but I would love to see like a 100, though, you know,
The rank 100
barely
player.
in, yeah.
I don't even know who
That'd
it
be
is,
so
if I'm being
hype.
honest. But yeah, no, you do make a good point, because I think Dougal was 9th when I was looking earlier to get the list of the top 8, and I'm pretty sure he was 9th by like 2 elo or something, right? And it obviously does matter. Like if he was at like 2000 elo and rank 100's like 1650, like 350 elo is a lot of elo. That's like 15-20 game win streak right in a row, playing people the same elo as you. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of variance in that. Like some players are much more consistent, like very consistent. Like I know I've played a couple people in top 50 that don't even know 0, but they're just that consistent that they can just get there and just crank out 11, 12, 13-minute times. And then there are people that can get like 8-minute times, but then die in half their seeds. And so that's why they're like ranked 60 or 70. So we'll see, I mean, how each of those people will do. And yeah, it will definitely be fun if we can get like some of the lower ranked players, like some of the 70s, the 80s, the 90s to qualify.
That's what I'm looking for.
That'll be fun to watch. So it says 48 seconds, but let's just test out and see if this works. Main, big transition, bam. And you can still hear us. Chat, how's the audio bouncing, by the way? You have to let us know if it's Pog or not. good. That's so epic. Okay, we're gonna keep the lo-fi in the background the whole time. And they're starting. Okay, Oliver's going. This is awesome. This is so pog. I wonder why. I see it on my instance. I must just have stream delay. Yeah, I do. Okay, let me see if I can fix that here. This is very dank, by the way. So yeah, the overlay on the bottom here, it says round 2. That's a lie. It's round 1, but you'll see all this info. It will auto update because Oliver's really smart and everyone who made it. But let's start getting right into it. And I'm guessing there's a BT. I'm super glad we got Evan with the zoomed in pie chart right here. But is this the chunk? Needs to find 9-9 here. I see the bump. Yeah, this is definitely a BT. And the way it works in chat, obviously we're not going to show all 70 people getting acquire hardware. That would look brutal. So it's just going to show the first person for each advancement. And Molly G won the race there with the iron. Good job.
Wow.
But Darth Lol got some diamonds. So maybe there's a shipwreck on this island that people saw. I'm not sure, but already a little bit of a difference there in routing. And I'm expecting maybe some shears, gold axe, gold shovel, and just trying to find this enter. And it looks like there's a lot of kelp to the right for Evan. So that looks like a pretty just standard overworld. I think it will be cool to see in chat, like if the same person will consistently get the first of each advancement. Like if the first person in the bastion will be the first person in the fort, and if they'll be like the first person in blind, you know?
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, there's lots of different ways of routing seeds, of course. The thing that I am curious about here is we can see, 33 completions. I'm really excited to see that little number update. So we will have to wait and find out. But yeah, lots of people on the screen. You saw beforehand, the chat was going crazy in game, which I personally have never seen a chat move that quickly in a ranked lobby.
Was the sound wrong, chat? My fault. The sound is wrong. Evan, the sound might be wrong. Let me fix this. This is like a very involved program, guys.
Feinberg's working
if I just
his butt
switch
off.
it. If I just switch it. Oh, Mustard's not playing. Beautiful. Root Berries is playing. I know that. There's the sound. All right, my fault, guys. There we go. My fault. Guys, this is very dank, but we're working through it, okay? It looks like spec. Oh, someone typed N in the chat, maybe letting everybody else know that the fortress is north. Chat is still on. That's funny.
This is so cool. 51 people have entered the nether. 5 have entered the fortress so far. Farmer, what are your thoughts here? Fortress first. It's a little bit risky. What are your thoughts here? What is your analysis?
I just don't like fort first almost ever in ranked. It's like very rare that you will save time doing fort first because just the food usage and no blaze bed and no 5RD. The time save would be, right, like you're going to the bastion, which is in the ring. So then you don't need to go back to the fort, but you can pearl back to the fort. And then if it's a home portal seed, all the time save you got from fort first is just 0. Like that's the only time save, is the travel time. Now granted, in ranked, like 20 obby is just 90% of all the seeds. But I just don't like fort first. The times I've went for it, it just almost never works out. I think I've played one seed ever where I actually played fort first and I won. Out of, I don't know, like 300, 400 games I've ever played. I just don't think it's ever the play. And that's why I think we're expecting, like, now all these people like 37, 38 in the bastion. Let's see if we can switch this main thing over. Oh, I have this thing. Oh, this is a bit, okay, I see. Guys, I'm learning how to use these programs. I have this really smart thing. Let's see, entered bastion at 236. Crow Pro might have been the first in the bastions. Put him there. It doesn't switch. I will figure this out, guys. A bit jank. We're gonna watch Fruit almost die, half a heart, but he looks like he's good. We'll leave it on Fruit for a little bit. We have Crowpro on the top right anyways. It looks like Crowpro was the first into the bastion. Yeah, I have a program down here that like orders everybody. This is so sick, actually. But it's probably a little weird with the fort first people, because as you guys know in ranked, if you enter the fortress and then the bastion, it will like think you're playing fort first, even if you don't get your rods, because it like saw the advancement. The mod doesn't know any more than the advancements that you get. So this seed will be a bit jank in trying to figure out who's in the lead until we get the blind travel message from somebody. Or, I mean, I guess into fire, because I don't think anybody has gotten a rod. I don't think anyone committed to getting rods here. But, I mean, it looks just like a standard housing, and obviously people will know how to play housing and how to get back, because, I mean, if you spawned out the fort, then you'll know how to get back from the bastion. And it looks like CrowPro might be the first in the fort here. Like I just said, we won't entirely know. Yeah, let me swap him over. Oh. Beautiful.
Very nice pace here for Crow. What do you think was the key difference here for Crow? I didn't quite catch it. What made him so much farther ahead than these other runners?
Could just be very small things like just terrain decision making. It also depends on how you route the housing, right? If you get the 3 bonus gold blocks, you know, the backup blocks, or if you just play the 9 manhunt where you enter the bastion. But it might just be small micro mechanic things. But I mean, we already see two of the 3 other runners that we have on our screens in the fort. Could just be playing riskier versus more aggressive. But again, it is the top half of players, so you don't need to be first. You just need to be in the top 33 for this first round. So, I mean, as long as you don't die, there's a very high chance that you'll just finish if you play consistent.
Right.
But yeah, we'll see. No one has blinded yet. But when someone does, we will...
Yeah, it's quite interesting if you think about it from that perspective, because, I mean, obviously in a normal ranked match where there's 2 players, you are trying to get top half, I suppose, but it's a lot different because in this case, you're sort of rewarded for playing way safer, whereas in a ranked match, you know, if you just go a little bit too slow, you can lose. But in this, it's more like you just need to be pretty good. You don't necessarily need to do exceptionally well. Even if some of the opponents are really talented, it doesn't necessarily mean much. You really just have to play consistent. But the downside of this, of course, is that if you do take a death, it can totally wipe you out. You know, you can get a mark just for a singular death. Whereas in a ranked match, you know, it's a lot closer even with the death.
Exactly. And I decided to focus Retropog here as he's got his Nimbot on screen, and it says the stronghold is 151 away, and that is overworld chords, so this portal might link. I'm gonna be curious to see what he does here. I don't know if he has extra rods here, but I mean, if people are blinding at this spawner, it might be, I mean, even closer. He kind of built it on this bridge over here, so we'll see. But it looks like he needs at least 1 extra rod. Maybe an eye broke. Not sure how much he crafted, but he was the first person to get the blind message, and it looks like he has enough, and I think he's gonna be just traveling in the overworld here, because it might link. Obviously Nimbot shows a message saying like, warning, your portals might link, maybe don't travel in the nether, and I think looking at his coordinates, they were gonna link because this isn't entirely on an axis. So let's see if I can go back here. Beautiful. No one in the stronghold yet, but I mean, it looks like a lot of people here have been blinding, digging down. I mean, Retropog's finding the chunk like right here, and I'll just be in the stronghold. Probably first, which I mean would make sense if he's first to blind, and it wasn't on like 1 rod, you know, because you can trigger that message early on 1 rod, or you can trigger it on 6, and obviously it's much different pace, even though you have the same sort of like thing there. And he is the first in the stronghold. Gets a nice preemptive spike. But, ooh, maybe this curve's left? Doesn't look like it. But this shouldn't be too hard with that spike. If he can find it. And what are the 0 materials looking like? I don't know. Would you even go for 0 here? If you know you're first into the stronghold?
Yeah,
and you just need to be top 33. Would you even go?
I don't think it's worth it. I mean, if there's just no advantage to being first, other than maybe confidence, it's probably just not worth it.
Yeah. Chat, you
that
guys are
chance-
right that the progress thing isn't updating. Let me see if I can just reopen it. This is a bit sus, but what if I just reopen it? Oh my god, it worked. Look how freaking smart I am. I opened it again and it worked. This is so awesome. So there's 4 people in the end, actually. And I mean, if we're looking at Crowport on the top right, it looks like some people did get double travel. So maybe Retropog did lose time to having to run in the overworld. Because I mean, 100 blocks in the overworld is definitely slower than like 14 in the nether. If you can pull off that double travel. I wonder who is in the end first.
There's a snap there for Retropog.
Can he make it though with the obby? Can he make it with the obby?
Oh man!
Surely he's got enough explosives.
But it does.
Oh, goes to the post one, doesn't get it, but I mean he's got enough. And I think that'll be our first completion. Surely it'll update, guys.
Wow.
Will that be the ego boost? Bam! He is first. 10:37. That's a very respectable time in ranked. Is Crowport gonna go for 0 here? Let's see if we can focus this here. I know there are other people in the end maybe waiting on perch, but I mean, surely someone else would have tried to 0. Not sure if it is 0able. 57 cage is doable because it will fly lower. Let's see. But no pearl clip. And it's back. No, it doesn't look like he's gonna go for it. Oh, back 1 and 8.
Love to see that.
No, still not gonna go for it. No food. That makes sense. Pulsar getting second. Retropog with almost a 30-second lead over second place.
Yeah.
Love to see that.
Very impressive. Very impressive in a normal game. Insanely impressive to have a 30-second lead in a 60-player match.
Yeah, and 60 of the best ranked players too at that,
yes,
right?
True.
But we are getting the completions. Now they're like flowing in. You know, 3 people just finished within a second, or like 3 seconds of each other here. They are just cycling in. And I mean, basically everyone I'm going to pull up here is going to be in the end in some form or another. Oh, I need to change. I feel like I can open this before. Need to edit the file in Notepad. Oh my god. What is it called? Oh my god, my fault, guys. Guys, live debugging. Sorry about the commentating not being there.
I can take it. I can take it. We've got 14 completions as Evan completes that, and Hinart makes it number 15 with a 12:42 as Kohout goes for the 1 cycle here. About half of the players have completed so far that will not get a mark for this term. Remember that they're not necessarily out if they don't qualify this time. In the specific 1 out of 33. Or
yeah, everyone does get 2 marks.
But, you know, right? So you have, not everyone that, you know, if your favorite speedrunner is not on the board yet and they don't make it, it's okay. They have another chance. Maybe completes at number 24.
However, it's not
Dylan,
working, but this could be
number
my fault.
25. Watching Speckner here. About to enter the end.
Chat, you gotta bear with us here, okay? I am trying to figure this out.
Dima, Molly G gets free the end, which to me implies that maybe a 1 cycle was a little scuff.
Axe or bow or whatnot. We'll see. I mean, 4 people left to finish. And, I mean, what? Do you have to, like, force 0? Do you just have to hope you get a purge? Hope everyone else died or something?
Yeah.
You know? I don't know what
Yeah.
the play is. If you're...
Yeah, now is when 0 is going to be really good. If you can do it, if you can pull it off.
I wonder if anybody's zeroed, you know? It looked maybe possible. I mean, it just depends on when it flies, you know?
Yeah. It's definitely a little bit tricky, especially with the cage bit, but it's all good.
Oh! It's over. But I think I botched it? Maybe. Oh my god, I'm getting all the sounds for GG. Or no, they're getting it in their window. Okay. Alright. This might have been scuffed. Because I did get a file in the middle, but we're gonna figure it out, guys. But that was a good first seed. I mean, what? Everyone finished within 15 minutes? Not bad. I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? If it's only half, like, surely not over half the people die, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna leave it on this screen. Let me see. Let me see, guys. I don't know why it's breaking as the thing. Open it? Doesn't open. Very sus. But I think I did it correctly. What if I delete it? Re-download what Oliver sent to me. Yeah, this is good. We have time. We have time. Here, surely this will be funny. Go to the commentators. And I have to maximize Nerdy's thing, and you guys can see me frantically looking around 3 monitors while Nerdy feels.
You're doing great, Feinberg. You're doing great. We saw it was interesting. It looked like pretty much everyone seemed to do quite well. There was a lot of people in the end, unfortunately, when the match ended, which implies that people were playing pretty consistently. I did see some forfeits, which of course does highlight the like I mentioned earlier, the punishing aspect of this tournament, where it seems like so far it's going to be very punishing towards death. So it's like in normal ranked, if you die, it is of course very bad. that goes without saying, but in this tournament especially, just mathematically speaking.
Oops, you're gone. That's
Oh,
okay.
I'm gone. It's okay. It's okay.
You're back now.
But mathematically speaking, if you take a death in this, it's just going to be way worse, because all you need to do is you don't need to be super fast. You just need to be a little bit above average. And so in this, if you take a death, that might just send you off. If 33, all it takes is 33 of the remaining 65 people to not take a death, and then you lose, which isn't a crazy good odds. And so yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this progresses, to see how people's mental, they can, you know, rework it to make sure they refocus up if they did take a death, if they were maybe a little bit rusty, not fully warmed up. But I think it's going to be exciting to see as we move on, because I do think that that first round went pretty well. Seeing that one Retropod coming in clutch, what was it, a 1039?
Yeah, and again, that was like 30 seconds
really good
in front of second place, which is very impressive considering. I mean, maybe everyone's just playing consistent, or maybe just did something much different. I mean, or like someone's bound to get like the god strays, you know, like you 5 RD and there's just no wither skeletons in your fort, like it's all blazes.
Yeah.
So that might be something that we'll see more of in future seeds, obviously depending on how the forts work out. But I mean, it's still very impressive to finish 30 seconds above second. And then second was 30 seconds above third. So, I mean, almost a minute faster than everybody else.
Super, super good.
Is very nice. I'm currently waiting on an updated file. Maybe. I wonder why it would be breaking. So weird.
Yeah, but it's, I don't know. I'm curious to see. I mentioned this earlier at the start of this, but I am curious to see how the sort of results of this tournament are going to reflect the ELO. I know that, for example, we can look at the current stats, which I have beautifully up here, and then you can just go ahead and pull up peak elo. Hold on. No, I'm getting stuck with tech stuff. Sorry guys. But anyways, I digress. The point is, Retropog, very good. I'm curious to see if that will, how similar the next few completions. Is Retropog going to get another first place or close to that? Because I think that would be really good for his mental moving forward. Of course, you can also play more safe. Maybe that gives him the sense that he doesn't need to play that risky. Maybe he was playing a little riskier, thinking that he would need to perform better. I don't know. It's going to be really interesting to see if there's any changes in these players' strategies, if there's any changes in their sort of approaches and how risky they need to play. Maybe some players thought they could play safe and play slow, and they realized, oh shoot, I'm like not even in this top half. That's of course a possibility. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But this has been, I'm very impressed. I have to say, I'm very impressed so far. I think it was around 15-minute was the cutoff.
Yeah, I
15
do.
minutes, which is
I
pretty
did
good.
get the file to work. I do have updates.
Right.
Yeah, I had it in the wrong folder. My fault. I didn't realize I needed to name it and have it in the right folder. But I mean, that's just what happens when you're dumb. But I have a list of everybody's timeline, which is cool. So Retropod got a 10:37. Next fastest time was 11:11, so he was 34 seconds faster than second.
Wow,
which is very impressive. I should tell Oliver about this maybe, but yeah, I mean, it says how many people. Let's see, there were a lot of people in the end when the match was over. So the last finish was 14:36, but I mean, it says Tompus XC entered the end at 11:06, so they must have died maybe, or I mean, because I think it's a 3-minute force perch, entered the end at 11:16. 3 people in the end, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 15 people that were in the end when the game was over. Now, granted, I mean, some of these were like, they entered the end 20 seconds before the game was over, so it was impossible. But that's a lot of people that, I mean, maybe they just got unlucky with the half bow, no perch, who knows. But that's why there are 2 marks. Let me send Oliver this. There you go.
It's also interesting. Yeah, Retropog technically right now, having only played 31 matches this, it looks like this season, currently not technically not top 100 yet. Assume that will change with time, but you love to see it. You love to see it. I'm not sure exactly their placement in the last season. I don't know where to find that.
Yeah,
but
I'm not sure. It'll be in the like launcher in the instance, but it's
all good. No worries at all. Point is, I'm looking forward to see Retropog's placement in this next match. Definitely want to keep an eye on that. I'm curious if it could have been, was it a one-time thing, or maybe Retropog's just the GOAT. We'll have to find out.
Mm-hmm. Who knows? Consistency versus speed again. I did send Oliver. Yep. Oliver said not sure. Surely it just won't break. There's just like a slight bug with the program. But again, guys, we couldn't really test this because it kind of has to happen, So things break, they break. Things haven't broken hard enough yet. I mean, people were playing, right? So that was good enough. You guys were watching some Minecraft. That was pretty cool. Let's see. Throw it over here.
I'll get straight to the point. I found
okay, yeah, so this looks like it's...
Well, I never thought of myself as
let's get
the drug test his kids.
Retropog.
That's what it takes to find out who brought a joint into this house.
That didn't fix.
Lucy found something too.
I'm learning more how these programs are working, guys. This is a learning experience for everybody, right? Who got second? Let's just order it based on the order. So Polestar got second, and then this is the sus thing, guys. It says none got third. So I don't know who none is.
Ooh.
That was what I was telling Oliver. But we'll figure it out. But it looks like we're hopping into seed 2. Poggers, can I get a poggers in the chat?
Poggers.
I know a lot of people might be up bright and early for this, but we all gotta get excited. Hopefully this is Pog. Polestar is offline, but they got second. Oh, that's a bit sus. Figure it out.
A little bit sus. Oh, there we go. T-Wags now. T-Wags, my man.
Desert Temple Seed, let's go. Any AA enjoyers in the chat? Any AA enjoyers? What do you guys think?
Well,
So
only if
surely
there's a
someone's
notch.
gonna get like advancements or whatnot. Draconics in the bottom right already re-saying the world fell into a ravine. It looked like.
Oh no.
I did check this
Disaster.
seed. I don't think there's a cave under the temple. Guys, it was actually very frustrating when I was looking through the seeds yesterday. Like I would find like I did try to keep some hard seeds in there, but like I had to throw away a couple desert temple seeds because like there's just no flint, or like you blow up the temple and you just fall into a ravine, or like half your items could fall. Like oh, like that. Saved though. Wow, I wonder how many people will just take an L to that. I mean, it would only be 30 or 40 seconds, but guys, you can't check for everything as a seed finder, right? You can't check everything. People will just do things sometimes, like can't make everything perfect. So like I said, big respect to tourney organizers if you ever play a fun seed. Oh, and look at that. Like I could not, how am I supposed to check for that too? The TNT into cave, losing time on the wood. But didn't
Unlucky.
die from it. Yeah. Truly the ranked experience. But again, I mean, you only need to be in the top 30, top half right now, which is top 30 to qualify. So I mean, losing 30 seconds here would still put Retropog in first place if he lost 30 seconds on the last seed. So I don't think he's worried about it too
There you
much.
go.
But taking a lot of damage early is not the best for food in a temple seed. Or just in general, you know? Like taking damage is obviously always bad, but when you're basically relying on rotten flesh, you're going to be looking for mobs. It looks like he just kills one cow.
It's always interesting because you can, of course, go for consistency, or you know, trying to get as much food as possible. But the last seed, I was expecting there to be sort of more. I was expecting it to be less close, and so now it's making me think that, you know, maybe every single second really is going to matter, even in this kind of format. And choosing to go for too many cows, maybe it's too risky to not get it, but it also, you know, maybe the pace will add up, and maybe if you can make it work, I don't know. We'll have to see, but we'll have to see if the
Exactly.
if players will need more food moving forward. But definitely going to be interesting to see if that risk is rewarding.
Yes, and we are now focusing on the person who entered the Nether the first. So they got their name in chat. A big W to Cancer for being in the Nether 1 second faster than second place and reaching this bridge not first. Wow, Dougal beats them by 1 second, but I mean, again, very, very minimal time loss. No TNT chalice here, which honestly, I think I'm okay with, especially because you're just trying to get in like the top half. Could be lava above you, could anger some mobs, like whatever. It's a 10-second time loss. Just want to play safe, especially on a temple seed that you have low food again. Now, obviously, some people entering the Nether later maybe will be entering with more than just the rotten flesh. Cancer was in the Nether first, but only has this rotten flesh, right? So even if it's enough food for the rest of the run, it will just be slower to heal. So they can't really throw as many pearls. Maybe 0 will be a bit awkward, but again, we're seeing them. Oop, that's a bit sus. But killing the Hoglin here. So like, was that faster than killing a cow in the overworld? Like, do we not?
Probably not, right? Yeah.
Right?
But you do get 4. 4 is nice.
Yeah, it is more than 1 to 3 for a cow, but obviously Hoglins are a little bit more beefy than cows or pigs in terms of health. Oh my god, that piglin stole a gold block. Distract, distract! It's gonna hit him. Oh, never mind. Wasn't mad anymore. Nice.
I might describe them as
Upper bridge
porky
route.
rather than beefy. But it's
Porky?
Okay. Well, just, you know, they don't have
Hoglins
beef,
are
you know,
porky
cows-
and like cows are beefy? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that makes
yeah.
sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Looks like this is a very more linear seed than the last one, considering no one's gone to the fort, which is kind of expected. I mean, they didn't spawn on it. Why would you go to the fort first? I don't know if anyone's seen the fort. We had Ciant put in chat N again, so maybe it's a deception play, or the fort has been north both times, and they don't care about letting other people know. We'll never, we won't know. But they did put another N in the chat. Answer very confident on that Pearl Hang though, so might know something that we don't about the location of this fort. Maybe it was visible. We did full screen them a little bit late into the Nether. I
haven't seen any pie charts out, so yeah, maybe it was just visible right off the bat.
There's the Pearl Hang. Bang, they're gone. And there's
There it
the
is,
fort. Are they gonna be first? First into the Bastion, but didn't do TNT Chalice. Everything else looked very clean. But again, this is the Rotten Flesh experience, and they're not. Rannick, first into the fort. Dub. See if we can pull them up. Chat, this is the only sus part. I have just like a drop down like scroll list of names of streams, and I just have to find the person every time. There's gonna be a mental delay. Oh my god, this is so loud. Let's play that. I thought. Well, not really. I couldn't do anything. Alright. Saved. And I got some strays before heading to the good part of this fort, which again will be a little bit of a time save, but if you're just playing for top half and you're first into the fort, it's basically like don't die and you'll qualify, you know? Or like don't get a 3-minute perch and mess up your nav and throw bad pearls. Like you have to mess up a lot, right?
Right.
And the updating isn't working. Pog. Why is that? I wonder why. I think if I just like close it and reopen it, it'll work again. Or is it because I tab out of Minecraft? I don't know. I'll just be able to reopen it and it'll... yeah.
One thing that's interesting to note here is that I think Rannick was the first to enter the fort, right? And
yes.
Also, but it's important to note, if I understand this right, it looks like he's on 1 mark. So
yeah, the parenthesis is how many marks you have. Yeah, that should be accurate.
Yeah. So really turning it around, that is a very hype comeback story to go from getting a mark in that first round. You know, like I said, a lot of people maybe just warming up, just ready to go in the next round.
Exactly.
And,
the time the time zone is a bit sus for some people. Nerdy, you were up at what, 7?
I was up until like 2 a.m. and then went to bed, and then it was bad. It was bad. But
I think
we're
I went
here
to bed
regardless.
at like 1, and then I woke up at 6 and just couldn't go back to bed. But it's not a huge deal because I've been going to bed at like 7 or 8 in the morning, so like nothing was really gonna work out. Like we were kind of stun locked either way, right? And so I mean maybe a lot of other people are feeling that, like our PST gang is very early. I mean it's a pretty normal time I think for EU people, but I mean any of our Asia enjoyers, our AU enjoyers are gonna be a bit sus also. But yeah, I mean Rannick and Cancer, both of the players that were on the best pace that we've seen entering the fort, and Cancer was the first to blind, both have a mark. And I'm gonna hope that it's working correctly. The parentheses and the number next to everyone's nameplate is how many marks they have. It'll be 0 if they don't have a mark. It'll be 1 if they have a mark. You'll never see someone that has more than 1 because they're not playing anymore.
True.
But yeah, having these people on 1 mark and playing well, like maybe they didn't, like you said, just need that warm-up seed, get the mistakes out of the way. Like maybe these players are super nervous, right? Like I know turning nerves is a thing.
Yeah, for sure.
With the stakes of like being able to, you know, come back, like not get top 8 in the regular season to auto qualify, but then being able to prove yourself in a qualifier, you know, is a big opportunity maybe for a lot of people. The nerves could be setting in, and then they just needed a seed to sort of shake it off. Let's see.
It's a big opportunity, but yeah, like you said, tourney nerves are a real thing. There's this one guy that like wins too many tournaments because he doesn't get nervous at all. I don't know who that is, but I heard there's this like one guy. But other than that one guy, most people have like human emotions, you know, such as anxiety and nerves, and it definitely can really harm your ability to play. It can totally distract you. So I think that first seed definitely can be really overwhelming, especially, you know, this might be their first tournament for a lot of these people. Not necessarily, but there's definitely with 100 players, absolutely. I know there's a lot of new speedrunning people that have been introduced to ranked, so definitely a new experience for a lot of them. And yeah, it's super exciting to see so many people in one tournament.
Exactly, for sure. And I do remember looking at seeds and telling Oliver that one of the seeds had really bad nav, and this was the seed. But it looks like Cursed Carrot is in the end first, while not being the first player to I Spy. I think they were second by about a second. No pun intended. but it doesn't look like they're going for 0. Looks like half bow, but they do have explosives. This is interesting. Look at the amount of string in the wool or in the wood. This is 6 beds, easily 3 anchors. You think it's a nerve thing, or again, maybe like if you're first, why mess it up, right?
If
Like
you're
you don't
first,
need to get first, right? So
But yeah, there's a lot of reasons to go for
are they gonna
0,
win?
but I don't think this is good. Yeah, here we go.
Oh, no snap. 1 and 8. What
Wow.
a troll.
That really looked good to me.
Chris going for 0. Oh my God.
Oh no.
In the middle right.
Oh no.
Dead.
No.
And that's exactly what we're talking about. Did he need to take the risk? On a mark already dead, that might be the end of his tournament entirely.
So heartbreaking.
Wow.
Literally what we were
Because
talking
look,
about.
there's 4 people in the end, and you need to be in the top 30. With the 3-minute force perch, he might have even still made it. You know? And easily with half bow. You'd have to think, right? You'd have to think that he makes it there. But it looks like that's going to be the end. It doesn't look like he's respawning or even trying. He might just know it. It takes too long to come back. That might be it.
That is absolutely brutal.
And wow, Darth
There we
Law
go.
first.
First
Must have won
completion.
for 0. Guys, we can't catch everybody on the main stream. There's a lot of people. I like to apologize, but we do have our first completion. W for Darth Law, not Retropog. Noted. Couldn't go 2 for 2. But let's see where Retropog is at on this seed, if I can find him on this scroll thing. Retropog. Is he in the end? Ooh, maybe prepping 0. But it doesn't look like he has beds on his hotbar. Like I said, too, people on Rotten Flesh, like it's a little bit riskier to go for 0 if you don't have that healing, right? Like if you need to do a Pearl Clip, you need to go back Dragon.
Yep.
It is hard. But yeah, it looks like we're getting a little bit of the completions flowing in. 11 people in the end now. So if people are going for 0, we will start seeing more and more finishes, right? Or at least half bow potential. But Cancer has been in this stronghold for, I think, over 3 minutes. He was second in the stronghold, I think, and is still navving. Definitely first to blind. Like I said, this is a very hard nav seed. I think the end portal is more than 64 blocks away from starter, so you can't even pick it up on Pi, and you're in a mine shaft. But it is possible when you start to narrow stuff down, right? So, I mean, we are seeing people nav it. Obviously, there's 8 people that have finished a seed already, right? So it is a skill-based thing, but I mean, do you start getting in your head, right? Like if you've been in a stronghold for so long, you start tilting. Like,
yeah, especially if you're on 1 mark, you know, things can really add up and cascade downwards. But we can see about 11, so about a third of the available slots in this specific run are have been taken.
Exactly. And it does remove those people from the entered end. So there are 12 people that have finished, and there are 19 people that are in the end. So that is 31 people exactly.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that.
So yeah. If everyone in the end finishes, and there are 4 finishes, 5 right there within 6 seconds of each other.
That is
bam,
crazy.
bam, 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 bam. Maybe people are going for the 0. Like we saw, there was enough explosives. And I mean, especially now, right? Like if you've seen 10 people have already finished, like you might have to go for it. You know what I mean? Because you're no longer in first. You no longer have that barrier of time from playing the rest of the seed perfectly. Like you have to 0 if the people behind you do, then you're going to lose, you know? But I mean, the people on our screen here, we have just been watching Nav for so long.
It's unfortunate.
And yeah,
Here we go. Retropod getting the perch finally. Unfortunately, not really close to first, but still 0 marks. So doesn't really matter that he didn't get first.
True. Oh, Cancer in the portal room. Let's focus this. Our first player to get the stronghold, first or second, is going to look like they're prepping for 0, which I mean makes sense, right? You need only 6 or 7 more people to finish and the run's over, right? So he could have already lost, and there's nothing he can do about it. You know what I mean? Like it could already be over. There could be people in the end that are already 0ing or already getting a perch. So every second here literally does matter, because I mean at the minimum 0 will take 50 seconds, and it looks like there's only 4 people left that have to finish
Yeah, this is
3
gonna
people
be
now.
close.
It might already be over. 1 person, yeah, it's probably over, right?
We'll have to see. It's possible either way.
It's the settings change. Has enough health. No food though, but I mean, the hittable tower. I mean,
See here.
surely 1 person finishes, right? Goes to
I mean,
99. Every second counts. I like this play. Gets there in time. Is it gonna be over?
This could very well keep him in the game. Oh no.
Looks good. I mean, it's gonna happen. Oh, Pulsar gets free the end. It's over. That's the
Yeah,
10
that's
seconds.
over.
They get the dragon kill, but
Unfortunately.
I think they're gonna lose the seed. Wow.
That's so unfortunate.
That is crazy. That's how it goes. That's how it goes sometimes. Wow.
Unfortunately, that is the first round where we'll see some people being eliminated.
Exactly. Some people in chat were saying the marks might not have been exactly correct. Not entirely sure. But it looks like it's updating for me. They did just go offline, so the marks must have been correct for them at least, as that is the second mark, right? That would be their second mark. Let's see. It is weird though. I do have like people on this like big master sort of spectator sheet that I have, chat guys, where here, let me pull it up to us. I have people on this master spectator sheet, guys, that are say like none, and I think it's because like they either filled out the form with like one Twitch username and are using another one, or like switched their Minecraft account, but it's a little hard to keep track of people. But Darth Lil getting first with an 11:20 and another exactly 34-second gap between first and second. Evan getting second with an 11:54, and our last finish time of 15:48. So that's 4 minutes from the first to the last time. So again, I mean, those people that went for 0 and failed it, or like you have a lot of time still, right? With a lot of people, like
Yeah.
not everybody can play perfectly. You know, it's definitely a lot, a different mindset and play style that you going into like a huge lobby like this versus a 1v1, you know, because you also can't really gauge the pace of other people, as well as like when you're playing a 1v1, you know the other person's pace exactly. You see all their advancements, but you only get the first advancement here, so you only know how far behind you are from the person that's in first. You don't know, like, if you're 2 minutes behind, like, does that put you in 10th? Does that put you in 20th? Does that put you in 50th? You have no idea. You just, so it makes it hard, right? Like, what decisions are you making? Where are you losing time? Where are you playing safe? Where are you risky, like, going for 0? Like, we saw Quist going for 0, being, like, the 4th person to enter the end. Fails the 0, dies, and it's just over, right? Like, nothing you could do. Could have, I mean, literally waited the full force perch, the full 3 minutes, and would have finished like 25th, 27th if he got the worst possible perch. I'm gonna get water, and you're gonna see the monkey in the background. Yeah, this is so weird.
Was I there when you got that? I think I was, right?
Yeah, it was at
GDQ
in July. You were there, right?
That was so hype.
me,
That was so
you,
hype.
and
You had
Luna.
to. I'll tell the story while he's gone. Farmer had to like we went, he like won this big monkey guy at Dave and Buster's, and then he had to like check it onto his plane or something. It was good. It was good. It was enjoyable. It had its own like tag, I'm pretty sure.
You guys see a list. Is there a doc with live standings? There's not. I'll show you guys this. There's not really a big issue, right? With pulling this up. It's gonna look really weird because I'm not really gonna format it. Go to studio mode. Let's add window capture. Ranking list. All right. Yeah, this is not gonna look pretty, guys, but you can clip it or whatever. This is what I'm seeing, by the way, when things are updating and stuff. So yeah, it's the person's name. It's the like parentheses in it. This is supposed to be like live updating, you know?
Wow.
And obviously it's been bugged a little bit. I've had to restart it a couple times, but this is the list of people that are placing. So all the people with the 2s next to their names have 2 marks and are just out. So it looks like T-Wag's out, Quist out, Laserfishy, Blazer, Bedrock Baby, Antu, Bellex, Cancer, like we saw. Parker, Tennis, Duo, and then, I mean, like I said, the guys, there are some nuns here. I think it's just people using different Twitch accounts for whatever reason, or different usernames or whatnot, so I'm not entirely sure about that. But yeah, all these people at 2, we are saying goodbye to, unfortunately. But we have to say goodbye to a lot of people throughout the day. You know, we can only end with 8. So it's just how it goes, right? It's how it goes. But I mean, not to say that they played bad or anything, right? I mean, these are the 100 best ranked players in all of MCSR, guys. So there's some very tough competition. Shout out to them for even qualifying for it in the first place. You know, takes a lot to get top 100. Chat. Let's do a quick check-in with you all. Is there anything extremely scuffed that we haven't noticed yet? Sound levels, stuff like that. What do you guys think? Is this hype? Is it Pog?
My haircut? What did I do wrong? I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. What the hell?
That is sus.
My hair needs to be fixed? Guys!
During transitions, it lowers my mic volume. My IP address is on the scene. Yeah, I don't know about that transition, guys. I don't know about that transition on the mic volume. I've never really messed with scene transitions in OBS in my life, so I have no idea how that works. So it's, you guys just kind of have to deal with it. I don't know how to fix that. But yeah, I think we're ready for round 3. Let's see if I put it back to main. I'm gonna up the volume a little bit. And surely Oliver will know. He'll start it whenever, and then surely everything will update automatically. Wait, I have 6 Discord DMs. Oliver sent. I fixed. Oh, okay. Let me do this real quick then. I'm waiting. He said wait. Oliver told me to wait. Guys, we're waiting. Oh, the timer's still going. They've been playing this scene for 22 minutes. Fix the completions thing? Yeah, like I said, guys, it's just sus because some people's names get scuffed up. It's impossible to test. Someone asked if Dougal's still in. Yeah, Dougal has 0 marks. Dougal got 7th on the last seed.
Okay, we're gonna be starting.
Why can't I hear Oliver? Oh, someone, the Fruit Berries has the stage VC.
We'll have
Fruit Berries is stream as the stage stuff.
People.
That's why we can hear him. Downloads, player data, desktop. Really? I have to reopen. Alright, chat. We have a hot fix. Progress tracker. Okay. Yes, it got fixed. Amazing. Got it, guys. Oliver's so smart.
Beautiful.
We're gonna freaking Drake in chat for Oliver MCSR being the absolute GOAT. Let's see. Let's see any notable names from the top of the leaderboard that we'd like to think that have 2 marks. Draconics, 2 marks out. Hasn't played a ton of ranked, but has played a lot of private rooms. Dylan out, but I mean, it is a bit of a PST gang moment potentially. I'm gonna wake up at 8 a.m. And it looks like they're starting. Oh, so it just updated. I have no idea.
Wait, you said Dylan?
Yeah, but this is a bit sus.
I swear Dylan made it, but I could be tripping.
Yeah. This could be wrong.
I thought Draconics also made it, honestly.
Yeah, this could be wrong, if I'm being honest. But we'll figure it out. Guys, what is it guys, we've been flustered here, okay? There's a lot going on.
It's
but
all
we're doing
good.
our best,
It's all
okay?
good.
At the end of the day, we're watching some Minecraft gameplay, we're watching our runners, they're gonna probably get a shipwreck. Okay? It's gonna happen.
It's all good. We forgive you. I'm speaking for chat, and we all collectively forgive you, and we appreciate you for hosting, Founder.
I appreciate that. Yeah, this is very weird. It says people have 2 marks that are currently playing, so it's definitely bugged still. But what can you do?
What can you do?
What can you do, guys? Exactly. First time event, guys. We're doing our best. And at the end of the day, they're still playing Minecraft. Are the seeds predetermined or are they generated? They are predetermined. I got sent a list of seeds. And like I said, I flew around them for like 2 to 3 minutes, making sure there's no lava housing, no like impossible ends. But I was trying to make sure that there's a varied amount of difficulty. Like that last seed stronghold was very hard, you know. Definitely a battle to get there of skill and of both mental. You know, if you're in that stronghold for 2-3 minutes, like what do you know? Like you start doubting yourself, stuff like that. And also trying to keep a balance of the amount of seed types, right? Like it wouldn't be very fun if they got 10 ruined portal seeds in a row, right? So they are generated with the same exact filter that the ranked seeds come from, you know, so it's going to be very familiar to all the players, but it's seeds that have never been seen before. They're generated and scouted specifically for this, and that's how it will also work for the bracket next weekend.
Wow, crazy how fast that went from 0 to 12 people in the nether just in a few
20.
seconds.
Yeah, 20
They're
already.
0 to 20.
26.
By the time I finish this sentence.
It doubled by the time your sentence was over, within 5 seconds.
Yeah. That's awesome. There we go. 40 people, 42. That's very cool.
Let's see. The F3 is covered by the nameplate. That's a bit unlucky. But this bastion isn't like instantly accessible. No one's in the bastion yet. Fruitberries definitely wasn't the first in the nether. But it looks like there's some terrain decisions here to get to the bastion. Has 4 stray endermen. Doesn't want to kill them for pearls. Probably isn't worth it, but that is funny. Again, rank does standardize a lot of stuff, but you can't standardize everything. Strays and stuff like that. So while Yoshi first into the bastion, let's pull it up, see what bastion it is. Looks like some people are digging through the wall. Oh, this is very loud. That's a bit sus, can't really ever do anything about that. Where are we? This looks like bottom stables.
Bottom stables, yeah.
Cool. We have some golden carrots, we have some bread. Looks like the food's gonna be very nice. Also, I mean, hoglins and stables. Very porky, right?
Very porky. Yep, exactly. I'm glad we're using the scientifically accurate descriptions
Exactly.
of animals.
The numbers next to the pronouns are the amount of marks that a player has. You get a mark if you don't finish in the top half. So like it says, players remaining 48, completion 0 out of 24. So if you get not in the top 24, you'll get a mark. And if you have 2 marks, you are gone from the qualifiers. And that's how players get eliminated until we get to a top 8. So everybody that has 1 mark is on the verge of losing. They have to get in the top half on every seed until top 8. And Siant again with the E in the chat, guys. If you're playing in the qualifiers, you might not care about Pyrite. You might trust their calls. Like, was it north both times? Is it going to be correct again? They said east. It is east. While you see just Pyrite, it's east.
Oh my god.
Is this a long con though? Are they gonna lie in the future?
I think they're trying to prove, you know, that they are they are the one who they don't care about anything else. All they care about is sharing the info. They don't care about winning. They just want to help out these fellow speedrunners. And you know, I respect that.
You think so?
Yeah.
I would love it if they lied at some point. That would be so funny. Or they just keep doing it. I mean, it's pretty Giga Chad, right? If you just give the forward chords to everyone every round and you just still get top 8.
True. You know? Do they have any marks yet?
The marks I think are sus.
Okay.
I also can't like control F the name, so I'm just kind of looking with my eyes. They might be... It's Cient. I know that's critical. I literally don't see their name, bro. I know they're playing.
It's all good.
They might
Don't worry.
literally be the one person that is still none. There's one person that still says
yeah.
none. It might actually be that. Uh,
that makes
and
them,
we
that
got
adds to their
the
lore.
first fort enjoyers. We were watching Marin earlier, and they're back in the fort. Where's the stream? Where's the stream? I don't see the stream. This is sus. Again, guys. We'll switch it over though. This is our goated fort coordinate enjoyer, guys. This is Cient himself. Let's see. Here, we'll put him on the side, and we'll swap over someone else who's in the fort. Surely Mageliargo is in the fort. Nope, in the Bastion. Unlucky. Camo in the fort. Second place. RSG. Surely I can find his Twitch link here. I literally can't. This is awesome. I think it's just bugged. But what can you do? Dougal. I know Dougal's in the fort. That'll be you.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Looks
My
SSV
king.
also. But who knows how good. But again, I mean, you can get strays anywhere, right? Like SSV only increases the rates. But you can get strays in a Crimson fort. You know, like it's just rarer. And so there's bound to be someone who gets God strays. And there's bound to be someone who gets only Wither Skellies, right? But it looks like Dougal strays have been good so far.
Rick, how can you explain to chat? Because I, of course, am fully aware. It's not me asking a genuine question. I just want chat to be
Are you sure?
Yeah. So how exactly is seeding gonna work in this?
I thought you were gonna ask, how do you get strays?
Oh.
That's why I was starting to laugh. How does seeding work? That's a good question. Seeding works. So the top 8 players that are already in the bracket, again, it's Silver, Ral, Arachi, Oxidiot, Priffin, Danny Boy, Loki, and Raynex. Those are the top 8 Season 1 finishers that don't include me because I so graciously has decided to host this tournament for everyone in chat's enjoyment. Can we get Drake for farming in the chat? Anyways.
Don't need to do that. You don't need to listen to him on that one.
Beautiful. Not sure what happened there, guys. Dougal started measuring eyes, and it lagged everybody. Marin's already in the end, but my thing isn't letting me pull it up. I'm going to try to restart it again. This is so sad. Guys, can we get a like in the chat for this being so sad? For any player controller.
What?
I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure this out. I want to show the person in the end. Where would it be? I don't think their stream is here. I can't show it. I still go back to Dougal, guys. That's okay.
Dougal will be there soon. Don't worry.
Evan in the end, or in the stronghold. Second person in the end now. Who is it? Camo. 2 people that we can't get their streams because I don't
We have Evan. We have Evan. We
I
have
don't
Evan
have
to
the
watch.
drop down. We do have Evan. We'll focus Evan. Is he going for 0? Doesn't have beds on his hopper at all, and it looks like this is caged. And back. And 1 and 8. So
Unlucky.
All unlucky. All around. Yeah, if the stream did lag, guys, you can refresh. It should come back. I must have just dropped frames. Big internet is against us, but what can you do, right? What can you do? But yeah, I mean, can people go for 0? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, Evan's got 4 beds and 11 spare wool. And you can pearl clip, you can pearl it back. People do have golden carrots, but can you even make it in time? Like, who knows when this dragon's flying? And no one's finished the game yet. But there are 14 people in. Wow. I'm pretty sure that's been 2 minutes. Marin entered the end at 9:08, which is 40 seconds faster than the second fastest person to enter the end. Is Dougal going to try to 0? Oh my god, he is. Get him up here. Oh my god.
Oh man, this could
Like I said, you can make it, but will it fly? What Y level is he going to go to? 87 probably? Oh my god, 88. Okay, that works. 3, 2, 1, up. Sun Omega getting first. Wow. Will it fly? Will it break? Bam. Oh my god, was that enough? KB? No. Bed break.
No.
Don't die, don't die, don't die. Nice. Saved.
Oh my god. Dougal's scaring me. Dougal's scaring me here.
It is possible, though. We did see if that bed was timed better, but I mean, who knows? Was it bad timing or was it an impossible height with the 1 and 8? The 1 and 8 is just weird like that. And does he even have enough beds now? Who knows, right? Is that the perch? Are we going to see? Oh, 1 and 8. Hell. Who knows if he has enough beds now? He used Obby, which is fine, but he used 2 beds before. Right. Well, he used one and the other one broke. Who knows if he picked it up or not?
Oh yeah, it looks like 4 beds. I think I caught 4 beds in my eyes. So I think he's fine.
6 people have already finished a seed, and again, 20 other people in the end. So if you're one of these bottom 15 people that isn't in the end yet, it's not looking great. You're gonna have to force that 0.
And keep in mind, there's only 24 slots this time rather than 31, so even less room for error.
Exactly. Yeah, because I mean, people did get eliminated. So what? We started with 65. So 17 people got bottom half in the first 2 seeds. So we're down to 48. So now instead of being in the top 33, you have to be in the top 24. Now again, there's less people that you have to beat. It still is top 50%, but the player quality in theory should have went up, you know, because slower people will get eliminated. So it is harder to finish in the top half consistently. And only 10 more slots, it looks like. And we have 20 people in the end to try to fill those slots. See Evan there in the top right, getting one of them. While Yoshi's already done. Dougal's been waiting for this perch for a while after the 0. Only
wow.
Oh my goodness. Wow. 6 finishes just came in. And is this the Dougal perch? Yes, but is it fast enough? Oh my god.
There's barely any time left.
I don't think he gets it, no? One other player. Is this the last finish?
Fast enough. Dougal might get a mark here, though. It's going to be really close.
I mean, there's 10 extra seconds. Oh, wow.
No.
Wow. Twice now we've seen people at the buzzer. Someone else in chat, Foxy, saying they were one cycling. Wow. I mean, that's just, it's got to happen, right? There's so many people in the end.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And we just saw 7 or 8 people leave the match, so maybe they were 1 mark. Andy's getting a 2nd mark.
Unfortunate.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, wow. That is brutal. I mean, Dougal was in the end, like, not the earliest of end enters. He was in the end 2 minutes slower than Marin, who was first, but I mean, definitely in the top 10, top 15 end enters. Choked with the 0. Who really knows what that height was, the 1 and 8? And just couldn't get the perch after the 0. Crazy. We see all the players with marks. Let's switch it over to Nerdy and I, and let me Let Oliver know that it's being a bit sus. How to fix it.
A very good, a very, slightly different. We had a shipwreck there. I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, I wanna analyze and say that there's been more consistency because I didn't see any like very clear deaths like we did in the first one. Hard to say if that's because maybe easier seed, maybe people are getting more warmed up, or maybe just sort of the we have like only the 48 top players now, so it's gonna be more and more competitive. But either way, I feel like people are playing very, very well. It's always funny to see like 5 people complete the seed at once. I do enjoy that quite a bit. Chat's asking for the roller coaster, and you know what? I got you guys.
Well,
I got you guys.
We have some time to probably fix.
We have some
issue.
time.
Yeah.
I got you guys. Surely it's like not broken because it hasn't.
When's the last time you ran it?
The last time I ran it was probably like a month ago or something. So it's a little bit. There might be some. I don't know. There might be a little bit of.
Can Legos get rusty?
Maintenance work. I mean, no, but this specific guy is like very scuffed. So yes, it can get rusty. All right, 1 second. I can't hear anyone.
Oh.
Wow.
Sheesh. There it goes.
Are you guys 2 laps?
We are currently working on fixing the mark system. The automated stuff got a little bit scuffed. We're ironing this out for the next season,
Yeah, this is just we're getting that we're trying our best here. It's we're gonna have to see how things. You need to just have some some error. I told Farmer before this started, there's gonna be some scuffness. That's okay. So we learn, and yeah, there's there's not really any easy way to test this without actually just doing it, So see, should be exciting as we learn from what we can improve on. But honestly, I think it's going pretty well. I would say.
Yeah, I mean, we're watching people play some good Minecraft. We've had some intense dragon moments with the last 2 seeds, seeing people mid-dragon kill losing to missing out by just like 1 or 2 placements. So yeah, I mean, it's been intense Minecraft competition, and that's what you expect. That's what you expect from the top 100 Minecraft speedrunning players in the world, according to the ranked leaderboard. What's my show and tell? Guys, what am I supposed to show? I have a Minecraft turtle on my desk.
What?
I have a lot of stuff, animals on my desk. It
Wait,
reminds me of what I'm doing.
I can join this.
Oh shit.
Wait, wrong way. We got little pig. Wait, little pig. And Ghast.
I like the pig better than the Ghast, I think.
I don't know. The
But I'm
Ghast
not
is
sure.
just having a good day. Having a good day, Just chilling here. Pig's riding the Ghast because I don't know. He wants to be 21 mustard. That mustard clip still legendary. You know.
True. I don't know what the plushie that I like the best. The first one I got was a mushroom cow, and any AA enjoyers know, guys, the mushroom cow is very important. Oh man.
Very, very important. Of course. It's a very symbolic. It is symbolic meaning to you, Feinberg.
I think it's like it's kind of adorable too. It's like so like thin. It's like a baby mushroom. And the head is so like the proportions are all wrong, you know.
I like it. I like it. He's
not
bad.
in a bad way.
Right.
And then the other absolute banger is the cave spider. Because it like
I
it
like
doesn't
that one,
it
I
doesn't
like
look threatening at all. You know? It's a little like
Yeah.
like squeeze them, you know? Guys, we are currently stalling to fix the mark system because it's kind of very important that we know who's actually eliminated or not. And big technology has sort of messed with us, right? So we have to stall for a bit. That's how it goes, right? It happens. It happens.
It's more important to keep competitive integrity than you know. Hopefully, your guys' patience will allow for this.
Is there a way to see how many marks everyone has? Well, Yoshi, that's currently what we are trying to figure out. We will know soon, but it's definitely wrong. What I like I can show you, but what I'll show you is wrong. So I don't really. There's no point in me showing you. You know what I mean? But yeah, we have all of our technicians working in the background, and by all of our technicians, I mean Oliver and Redline, because I mean they are all the technicians. But they're doing their best, guys. And we are chilling. We'll be good. Trying to think. What else? I mean, there's been a good spread of like the time gap, you know, between like first and last in the seeds. And by last, I mean like last to finish. You know what I mean? Like the person who gets first has been consistently 3 to 4 minutes ahead. So, I mean, you can take that info and think about it like, okay, I can play a little safer everywhere. Like maybe in Bastions, like I'll force out 20 obby if I have like 18. Like I really don't think anyone's done home portal, but I mean, if there's a home portal seed in the future, right? You might think about going to lower treasure and getting that 20 obby, or getting the backup gold blocks or whatever. Or like getting extra pearl trades to try and confirm 0, or getting extra string, you know, playing for some of those safer plays if you know that you're gonna have time. But then that also assumes like you're assuming that you have that player skill to be getting that first place, right? Like, you know.
Yeah, true. Like was it a little bit lucky on your end? You know, it's very likely.
Yeah. Like the people who are getting first in these seeds, like I mean, no doubt they're playing the seeds very well. But like I said, I mean, someone will get the god strays compared to everybody else, right? Like someone will just like have a faster fort split, or I mean, that's kind of like really the only insane RNG thing. Like terrain, everything else is pretty skill based, you know. Maybe they throw their Eye of Ender in like a slightly better spot, so the offsets are better. They don't have to throw 2 or 1. Other than that, really, I mean, like someone gets the god strays, but if you're consistently playing like top 5, top 10 in these lobbies so far, you could maybe continue with like consistency more and get like top 15, top 20. Because like, do you think the seeding will really matter if you finish the quals and like let's say you're seed 10 compared to seed 12? Like, would you rather play like low key or Priffin? Like that's kind of, I feel like either option there is like not, like you're not looking forward to either of those 1v1s, you know? Like, would you rather play Silver or Ral? Like, I'm not looking forward to loading up a 1v1 against either of them. I'm not liking my odds in either of those matches. I don't think anybody would, you know? So does the seeding really matter? Should you just be playing to finish, or should you be playing for also like a very consistent fast time?
Yeah, it's always interesting. Seeding is it does definitely give you an advantage, but it's not worth risking your spot by any means. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think so far it's been interesting. You know, we've seen some very talented players already get a mark, such as Doog in the last match, and I think a few others as well, of course. But like, it doesn't necessarily. I think so. I think from the perspective that I'm looking at, I think it's more important to just play safe, but safe enough that you're not sort of putting yourself at risk of getting a mark, right? Like in that last seed, Duke played risky, went for the 0. I don't know if that's necessarily worth it, right? Especially in that really, really difficult 0, being the
he
1 and
did
8.
get
So
there. I think, like,
he did
again,
get there,
and
yeah.
I'm not.
That's fair. That's
I'm
fair.
good at 0, but I gotta turn on my AC. Oh, this is a good like breaker because it'll mess with my mic in the back. But hot plus PC plus no open windows, pretty sus, you know. But yeah, like you said, like I don't know, but maybe like I mean he was in the end at 11 minutes. And the last finisher was at 14. So he had 3 minutes, right? Did he have arrows for half bow? Like,
True,
so maybe,
that's
maybe
fair.
he
Yeah.
needed to go for it. You know what I mean? Like if he gets a bad perch, like if he hits a 0, it guarantees that he finishes, right? So who knows, right? And then like every runner also has to make their own individual decision, like how much risk they can take, right? Like for example, I think Dougal, I mean, one of the best players of all time, I think can take slightly more consistent plays than maybe somebody else, right? Who isn't as fast everywhere mechanically or decision-making wise because they can lose. Like Dougal will just have that time, like that time save across the run that they can like then play more consistently on and end up finishing at the same time, you know?
No, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of sort of analysis you can do, but at the end of the day, like these players are playing super well. I don't know. I feel like it's just if they keep up the sort of entering the end quickly, that's all you can really control. And if you want to go for 0 from there, go for it. You know, if you feel confident, that's awesome. I think the vast majority of the completions we've seen have been 1 cycles, but I would love to see some 0, of course. 0 is just, you know, at the end of the day, regardless of it's whether it's the objectively correct play, 0, if you get a completion, it's way cooler. And I'm gone, but that's okay.
Guys, Nerdy disappeared. It's because I haven't popped out on the capture window. Like here, can I get my mouse in the way? Yeah, I can. And if I was talking to Oliver, and so if he goes under the screen, then he goes away. But now he's back, guys. I'm sorry.
It's good. It's good. No, it's. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. It was a little bit harsh. It hurt a little bit to be behind this gray wall of nothingness, but I'm back, feeling normal again.
I have a good talking point, Nerdy. What sweatshirt are you wearing? I don't even honestly know where you got
what
that.
Sweatshirt?
Can you show?
This is
yeah.
I can show. This is,
I know it has the ESA logo, but where'd you get that from? Is it because you commentated?
I commentate. That's because I commentate. It's because I commentate, and they were like, "Yo, here, take this," and I was like,
"Did you have to buy it, or did they just send it to you?"
No, they just sent it to me. It was kind of cool, kind of hype.
Did you also get paid, or was that like their payment?
Yeah, I got paid.
So it was like a gift. That's fun.
It was like a win-win situation. It was pretty hype, and it's actually very comfy. It's like one of my softest. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's like very thick.
I like hoodies like that. Those that like string thing. Like the strings, how they're like flat, you know, like that. I don't know that word, but like that's how you know it's a good hoodie. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like those
the other ones,
types of strings,
the little like skinny ones always just break. The plastic. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I just like pick at them or something. But I feel like I've never had one of the ones with the little like normal like shoelace strings that stays intact. But maybe that's just me. I don't know.
All right, we are currently working on the scuffness. It's honestly good, guys, right? If you think about it, the longer the stream is, the more ads that can play, and the more money that I'll make to fund the prize pool and future prize pools. So when you actually think about it, big tech is working on our side for a little bit. Am I right or am I right? What do you guys think?
Surely all of his billions of dollars is going to go to this prize pool.
Yes. As you guys know me, I'm a multimillionaire. We're doing Twitch for fun. So it's actually very sad that I'm only putting up 2.5K. I should be putting up $4 million.
It's the expectation.
Why didn't I buy Bitcoin in 2016, guys? Why didn't we all? Get the bag. Or I should put it all on red, right? Just kidding, guys. Don't gamble. It's not good. But again, 90% gamblers quit before they hit big. So who really knows, right? You're only one spin away from the net. It's so bad.
I enjoy that statistic because it's kind of like how would like I mean it's obviously not true, but it's like even if like you did like pretend it was real, like imagining trying to figure out how you do that. Like 90% of people quit before they get big, which implies that you know that they would have hit big. But how would you know that? You just would. Okay, I'm sorry. That's my slight rant about a fake statistic.
The joke isn't supposed to make sense.
Okay.
That's funny. I'll turn up the music a little bit. Guys, I'm just playing. What am I playing on Spotify? I clicked on Lo-Fi Mix by Spotify playlist. Have there been some bangers, chat? I've had it pretty quiet. Is it like a jammer? Like, what's the jam emoji that we're feeling right now? Our favorite jam emoji. You also don't know that they would have hit it big? Yeah, but they would have. That's the point. 90%. It's like 9 out of 10 dentists that recommend the toothpaste. Like, are you gonna be the 1 out of 10 or are you the 9 out of 10? Right? So it's the same thing. Dude, that's pushed so much. Like, I wonder if dentists actually ever get asked what toothpaste brand. Hey, chat. Have you guys asked your dentist ever what toothpaste to use? Because when I go to the dentist, they give me like a little goodie bag. Do you guys dentists do that? And I get like the little airplane sized toothpaste thing, and then like a toothbrush. I'm getting question marks, but I'm getting yeps. So we get some people know what I'm talking about. What? Guys, you have to understand. I live in the U.S. I'm an upper middle class white guy. Okay, I might have a different experience than you guys. Okay, okay. I'm on my mom's insurance. I might go to a good dentist. All right. It's who knows, right? Like it's just I don't know.
That's good.
DMs?
That's
All
good.
right, Albert, I'm so sorry. I'm ready. Can I send me your player data? Yes, guys. Albert's asking for my credit card information. I'm giving it to him. I'm change post. This is kind of a jammer though, right? We blast it.
I have a very important question. We're talking about dentists. This is the more important questions. What's the worst like part of the dentist? Because I have a very strong opinion on this. I feel like no one agrees with me.
As a kid, I mean everyone's dentist is different, but I used to like I don't know. It's so weird too because like you say you go to the dentist, but obviously like you evolve right from like the kid dentist to the adult dentist.
Yes.
Like I've been going to the same dentist my entire life, but I used to sit in the kids section like 3 years ago. I sit in the adult section now or whatever.
Sure.
But I feel like the dentist is a big scam. It's like the hygienist comes in and does all your teeth and shit, and then they get the dentist over, and the dentist is like, poke, 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 poke. No cavities. See you in a year. Like, they're there for like a minute, and they get paid like a $5 million. Do you guys know what I mean? Like, surely they do more like if I had teeth issues, right? And so, like, it's probably good that I don't see the dentist, like, that the dentist isn't there as much. Do you guys know what I mean? But it feels like such a scam. Like, the hygienist is doing 95% of the work, but they get way less money, right? But the worst part of the hygienist for me is when they would do like the brushing itself with like the like electric whatever toothbrush. It's only because the toothpaste that they would use would just like sit on my gums and they wouldn't like do the water cleaning shit until the end. And that was like the worst feeling for me. What's your, you say you have a strong opinion.
Okay, as a kid, it was the x-rays I hated.
Really?
But that was because my mouth was like too small and it felt like I was being choked. But
wait, how? What did they do for your x-ray machines?
They like put like, bro, I'm not even joking. As a kid, this is what it felt like. I have like this Starbucks gift card here. It literally felt like they're trying to stick that in my mouth.
Oh yeah, because they have to put like the thing. Okay, yeah. Because they have to put that thing and then they point like the x-ray gun at your face. I never felt like that,
But-
but it could be, yeah. Keep going.
But my mouth like evolved, got larger, and also more importantly, I think that the technology got like way better. So that's like not a problem. And now I firmly believe the worst part is by far just the cleaning. I hate it. It's so bad.
That's like the
And
only part.
anyone-
That's the only part. That's like the only
And
reason why you go.
no. There's people that don't like the oh no wait, not the cleaning. Wait, the polishing.
Dude,
The
now
thing with
I gotta
the
brush my teeth,
spinny
man. You
thing.
guys are all talking about this shit. I'll be.
The spinny thing, that in my opinion is by far the worst part. When and then the dentist will come in and do like the little like the pokey stuff. The pokey stuff is fine. It's fine. It's not a problem. I don't think it's a problem. And more importantly, anyone that says fluoride is the worst part, what are you talking about? It tastes fine. It is not that bad, and it's like barely just on your teeth, and you just can't eat for 30 minutes. Why? How is that the worst part? How is that worse? You're lying. The worst part is 100% the part where they do the spinny stuff, and it feels really awkward, and it tickles your gums, and sometimes it really hurts. That's the worst part. And it doesn't hurt. It just feels really like, you know what I mean? That's the worst part. The fluoride, I don't know. I don't know. It's funny because I feel like it's either people completely agree with me or they completely disagree. There's nowhere in between. To me, it's like a pretty neutral flavor, and or neutral taste, and completely objective opinions. Of course, no, we only have objective opinions here in this stream. Commentary is supposed to be, unbiased.
I'm back, guys. Dude, I had to brush my teeth because we were talking about dentist shit. And like, I brushed my teeth this morning, but I just kept feeling with my tongue. I was like, it felt shitty still. Chat, is my mic bad with the AC? Can I leave it on? What do you guys think? If you're attentive, I changed my shirt because I was fucking sweating in my chair because I had it off. It's good? All right, we're gonna keep the AC on. It's too hot, bro. I wish I could open a window. What if I just break it? Like, what would my apartment company do, right? Surely there's a thing in my surely there's a thing in my lease that's like if you I have to pay for the window if I break it or something.
It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, I tabbed out to time that guy out and then Nerdy got minimized. My fault, guys.
I was wondering because it was really in sync. Like I thought I got timed out. That's what it felt like. Like I saw like the name go at the same time I went.
All right. Oliver has sent me the sauce. Nerdy's gone because I'm downloading things, guys. It's just how it's going to go, okay? So I can't open a window? Yeah, I can't. And now you might be like, well, that's illegal, but I'm like on the 5th floor. So even if I could, like, what's it going to do, right? Like, am I going to, if there's a fire, am I going to jump out? Like, no. We're still messed up, right? Like,
I'm still here in spirit, guys.
I'm updating this stuff. Oliver said we have an unknown issue. Big technology strikes again with the mark system. So it's not going to automatically update, which is an L. And we're going to go off the honor system. And people are just going to leave when they have 2 marks, and we're going to trust them. And if it doesn't work, then we're going to obviously VOD review after. And if people are sus, then they just will get banned from life, and ranked, and everything. So that's how it goes.
True.
Oh, it switched because I opened that thing. That's probably fine though, right? We're just probably ready to start if I have my stuff ready.
It's looking great.
Let me just make sure that... Oh, I need to change one thing. Oliver, don't start if you can hear me. Oliver, don't start. Don't start, Oliver! I need to change the file path.
Mine's
there we
yelling at me from his stream to
Alright, you can go, I have it
As
open.
soon
You
as
can
he's
go.
ready, we will start.
Can hear him through fruit berries.
Okay, we are going in 3,
Awesome.
1, go.
Okay. Maybe it's still bugged.
He's being loaded up.
It's still
All
bugged.
looking pretty good to me.
This is fine.
Well,
I'll
what do you-
fix this. No, I can live fix this. It's not a big deal.
It's looking pretty great. I think it's looking great.
Yeah, I know. I just might have. Just
Good
not...
luck spam in chat makes me happy.
I think I
it brings a
didn't-
smile to my face. Fruitbear is rocking a flower cape. Love it. Instantly going for the tree first. Some people going for the blacksmith first. A little bit of an interesting difference here in these approaches. I always find it a little bit awkward to decide which to go for in desert villages specifically. But regardless, Fruit getting 3 logs before entering the village. Definitely not a bad idea at all. Also getting some sticks from the dead bushes, and now going to go to the blacksmith. Some iron. Fortunately, looking like this is going to require a golem kill, unless there's more iron or you want to go for wood lighting.
I think you definitely kill the golem.
Yeah.
I mean, like, because you can afford to lose time, but it's just a consistency play. And I mean,
Right.
especially like if you're used to having a flint and steel, right? Like sometimes you'll just throw out fire charges on accident, and then it's just over. You know. If you lose
There
it.
we go. As we speak, Fruit goes for the golem kill.
But we're already seeing like a ton of different routing already.
Yes.
You know, in terms
Yeah,
of like
exactly.
who is getting trees first versus like how many beds are people gonna get? Like, are you gonna get every bed for potential 0? Are you gonna get 1 just for the blaze bed? Like, who knows, right? What are you going to do? I think you probably get maybe get like 15, 18 bread, something like that. Like, again, it shouldn't really matter. Now, again, I think my perspective's a bit jaded because I just like to assume that I will just be faster than everybody else, even if it's not true. Again,
Right.
I don't win every ranked game, but that's how I look at it. But again, if you think back, sorry, it's back, guys. I'd like to apologize. This is the classic Feinberg internet scandal where nothing works. But it got a little fixed. Remember, like, for a few months, a while back, when it was just an issue every other day? So surely it just doesn't happen again. But anyways, like I was trying to say, we're seeing a big difference already in how these runners have been playing the overworld and how it's translating into the nether. Retropog entered the nether first, but they didn't get wood, which is probably why it was so fast, but they had to bed clutch down in the basalt to save like the run. Like you just spawn at like Y80 in this nether, to get to the terrain, he had to bed clutch because I mean he has no wood, right? But you can enter right off no wood with the crafting table and the thing. I mean, I do it in AA all the time, you know. And some people, like I saw Evan was wood lighting, so it's just how it goes, you know. And these decisions of the overworld can affect how fast your nether is, and then when you finish. But again, you just need to be in the top 16, which is like significantly less than 24 people.
Right.
But again, you're playing with less people in the first place. So, who knows, right? Like, it should be harder because ideally everybody does get better. But who knows? Looks like Dougal got covering with diamonds. Try to pull him up here. In lower treasure. Again, I mean, like I mentioned, like Dougal maybe can afford this consistency play. Like, is he gonna... What's he trying to force here? Retropog does have 20 and they didn't go to bottom treasure. So I don't know what Dougal's going to bottom treasure for. Maybe trying to high roll looting. Looks like they're pyring. So maybe didn't see the fort off spawn. Who knows?
Ooh, that's
I didn't check
yeah.
lower treasure for looting. Maybe there's looting in one of these seeds. I didn't check that. I don't know. So
Another thing to note, I think, is that one thing that's it's always when you get a bad seed, it always feels bad. It's not as fun. It feels like you're going slower. But the thing you have to remember is, of course, every single player is playing on the same seed. And so what that means for this context of getting kind of a worse seed is that what the players that are more adapt to these situations, the players that are more used to playing these seeds are going to have probably more of an advantage than they might realize. So I could see some players like their mentals being shot on a bad seed, when in reality, it might be like good to see a terrible seed. That might be advantageous for specific players.
For sure.
Dougal, as an example, super skilled player, and he might just be more used to this kind of bad terrain.
Sorry,
than
this is scuffed.
every other player.
I'm fixing the stuff. What did I have up? We fully fixed it. I can pull up everybody's stream now. I just had to make it scuffed for a second, but it should be fully fixed now. Which is Pog.
1 second of scuffedness for perfection moving forward, right? Surely.
Someone said, how does Tiger have 58 bread and a notch? Let's see. Where's their stream? The only downside to this is I have to scroll through every stream link now. I can't find it.
It'd be crazy.
Who knows? We'll see. No, so if you missed it, the mark system is scuffed. It's not working automatically because it's impossible to test with this amount of people. So it's just gonna say 0 for everybody. And it's just an honor system. And people are just gonna leave when they get 2 marks. And we're just gonna VOD review to make sure people aren't lying. So that's a bit unlucky, but we'll deal with it. It'll work out. Not a big deal.
Well, all you need to do is check like 8 people technically, right? Surely.
Yeah, just like the top 8, make sure they don't actually have 2 marks like the winners.
Yeah.
And I mean, I like, hopefully, right? No one's a bad enough person to lie about their marks. Cause like, I mean, you're just going to be like hated, right? Like if you're being sus, right? Like why would you do that? Right? Cause it's not like you can hide it, right? Like everyone's streaming, like we have the receipts in the lobby, right? So who knows, but it looks like Dougal might be, or no, this is Retropog, my fault. Retropog might be the first in the stronghold. And they are, and they won the first seed, right? So this is our 4th seed. They could go 2 for 4 here, but I don't see. Oh, there's Predator Spike. Bottom left. I saw it. Oh, they think it's top right. I don't remember on the seed where it is. But, I mean, there's one other person in the stronghold. Camo. And they're in the top right already. Look how lucky that is, guys. Give it up for RNG. Am I right or am I right? 3rd in the stronghold. Molly G, let's freaking go. Love that guy. Let's get Molly G stream up in this business. And again, dude, is this playing my playlist? What are we listening to? No, we're playing lo-fi. This is just songs on my playlist. Okay. Like this is the Spotify lo-fi thing. Just hearing 2 songs in a row for my playlist. All right, anyways. No one finding the portal room yet. Again, I didn't check all these, but the Desert Temple seed that was the 2nd seed that we played was supposed to be the only bad one. So I don't know. Maybe the spike just doesn't exist. Who knows? But surely someone will find it, right? And surely we'll know. We'll be able to see who finds it. Camo. Oh my God. Let's go. Focus Camo. Is he gonna 0? Yes. Let's see it. No one is in the end yet. We don't have the UI here, but Camo's gonna be the first one in the end. Will he be the first one to finish the seed? Has 3 blocks on his hopper only. Swapped. Bam. The goat. Back.
0.
Will he build higher than 91? Or is that still too soon, guys? Chat, what do you think? My fault. Let's see. Is he gonna go to 91, 95? 91? All right. Surely, right? Surely no flyaway? Surely no bed break? Yeah, he didn't have time for 95. Will it go? Will it go? Oh my God, he's gonna hit it. I don't know how many explosives we have, but he's gonna hit it, right?
This could be the biggest gap we've seen yet in 1st and 2nd place, potentially.
Bam. Yep. He hit it. And there's only one other person in the end right now.
Wow.
It's also him. There's one other person in the end, and Camo's gonna win this seed with at least a 30-second lead, if not more. Because Ulsahin is not zeroing.
Yeah.
Camo crushed this seed. I mean, just look at the time. There's still only 2 people in the end. Well, now there's 1 person in the end because Camo's in the overworld because he triggered the credits and it's over. And he won.
Crazy.
I mean,
Craziness.
he's going to win by at least a minute at this point, no?
It's very possible. I mean, of course, it's somewhat expected that the gaps will get bigger as the players decrease. But still, 32 players, that is super impressive.
Oh, we got Molly G. No, 0. I was going to full screen him, but now I'm just disappointed. Oh my god, look at Dougal. On the bottom right. Gets the freaking fire res off and he has 4 gapples. So we're not even worried about it. Olsen and Molly G still... Or Olsen and... Yeah, Olsen and Molly G, the only 2 people that are in the end. Everybody else is still... That is someone who's not playing anymore. I'm trying to find... Who else is in the end? SemTube just got an end. I have to scroll, guys, and find it. Here we go. Alright. Here are our end gamers and Dougal. And SemTube going for 0. Get the focus in. Oh, misses the anchor. It's over. Has a pearl, no dragon hit, and he has food. It's fine. And again, has to be in top 16 only. And there's only 4 people in the end, so he's fine.
Wow. Yeah.
And there's Ulsan finishing. Camo officially has a gap of 1 minute and 24 seconds over second place, which is the biggest by far. But now we see Dougal. Dude, this guy's dripped out. He's got diamond pants on. Will he go to 95? I was gonna say if anyone was gonna go to 95, it'd be Camo. But Dougal just threw some great pearls, and he's going to 95.
Oh my goodness.
Gets the anchors off. Gets the bet off. That's going to be a successful 0 for Dougal, barring any extremely oopsie moments. And it's not going to be a first place finish, but I mean, we saw on the overlay there were 4 people in the end, but there were 22 people in the stronghold. So if you assume that everyone's going to 0, because it's not that hard, you kind of have to 0, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. You have a lot of explosives.
You kind of have to 0.
Yeah. No, I think it's just the right play at this point. Not
bouncing back from the last seed, Dougal showing us that he does in fact know how to 0. W. I will say. W from Dougal, and let's pull up some other gamers. Everyone on the right has finished. Our gamers have finished. You guys have to bear with me here. I have to find people to put on the screen share that are actually still playing. But we'll figure it out. This is hype. 7 people have completed, 7 in the end. So it's very possible that people still naving can win, Like,
yeah. Now
8th person in the end, so there's still one other person that can enter the end and just guarantee them finishing if they 0, Because you're gonna be 16th. Yeah, who knows? See, you have low food here, maybe. Didn't get enough from the village, whatnot. Not completely sure, right?
Right.
Many reasons why people wouldn't 0. But it looks like, everyone should have gotten enough explosives. So
yeah,
it's just gonna be blocks or food or, both. Or pearls, maybe. Because you can, obviously leave the bastion earlier than somebody else. But it looks like our 16th player has entered the end, so obviously the players don't know that. They can't obviously see everyone's advancements, and even if you could, it's not like you'd be able to count everybody while you're playing. But that does mean that for people entering the end, it could be over. Like their run could be done, and they would be able to do nothing about it because of just the timing on everybody else. And it does provide even more pressure for those runners entering the end now to go for 0, knowing that there's only 6 finishes left, and we're about to see one right here. Oh, and Evia too, right? So Dima's going to be 12. I thought he was going to be 11. They're starting to pour in. Carrot, 1 cycling as well. That's going to be 13. And Mibi's just been in the stronghold. Let's see if I can swap this over. Yeah, there's our 12 and our 13. Who else is in the end? Trying to find these all, chat. Is Fruitberry still playing? Fruits in the Stronghold. We have some Stronghold gamers. And we have 2 finishes only. I'm trying to find these, chat. Sorry. Here's one. Here's an end gamer. Oh! Intense.
Wow.
Did that fly? It flew.
Oh,
We can't see the health.
no!
And there's 2 more. Dude, that's gotta be low though, because that bar doesn't cover that much. 15. Only one other person that has to play.
Yeah. Potentially that kind of looks like a perch. There's a perch.
Is it? I mean, they don't have explosives. Is the axe gonna be enough? Is this enough? There's the for them, but is that 10 seconds actually enough? Or are we gonna see a 3rd person lose? Wow!
Oh my god!
Again!
Wait. Again?
Man. Oh my god, by seconds. For the 3rd time in a row. Somebody losing at the buzzer, man. Oh my god. Wow.
Jeez.
That is crazy.
That is. What are the odds? I don't know how many people have lost on the buzzer. And
That we catch it all 3 times, yeah?
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Crazy stuff.
That
crazy
is
stuff.
crazy. Josh, that is wild, bro. Alright, let's flip it over to the commentators. So, I'm gonna see if Oliver can fix this thing to where I can, like, not have to scroll through everybody's name. But is it even everybody's name? I don't even know. Maybe? No, it definitely still is everybody, right? I'll message Oliver. Dirty, you're gonna fill some time, right?
I can fill some time. Chat, what do you guys want to talk about? Should we talk about that last match? That last match was pretty crazy. I feel like I love seeing the zeros come out there, especially from Camo, I want to say. Insane. Insane zero from Camo. Going for it, specifically just going for it while you're in first is just, that's just a Chad move. You know what I mean? That's just a Chad move. So I was super glad to see that, even though, you know, maybe it's a little bit unnecessary, maybe putting your stuff on the line for no reason, but it was awesome. And that's what matters. It was content.
I mean, and I think that ego boost, I'm assuming you're talking about Camo zeroing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he finished the seed at 11:09, and second place was 12:33. That's a minute 24. And then third place was 13:10. 2 minutes above third place. And 16th place was 17 minutes. So he had 6 minutes of leeway to
I mean, that's like
to fix
60% more. Crazy.
I have some people saying the nav was bad. Guys, we can't check every stronghold, okay? So if you built at weird coordinates, when I check the seeds, I try to just put a portal down at a spawner, do/locate, and look at it. But I wasn't manually preemptiving, I wasn't naving. And at the end of the day, guys, everyone gets the same stronghold, you know? Unless, I mean, obviously you build your portals at different spots or you do home portal, but like, you're playing against the same runners getting the same strongholds. So it's like, how much can you really complain, right? Like there is maybe some luck to it, like with not getting a preemptive spike versus somebody else getting a preemptive spike, or like having 2 spikes and having to suss out the wrong one, right? But I mean, if there's a 6-minute gap between first and last to like finish the seed, if you're in the stronghold for more than like 5-6 minutes, there's a big issue there, whether it's like a mental thing of like just not remembering where you're going, or like, I don't think any of the strongholds are like 25 rooms deep on the portal room. So who knows? I don't know. How many more rounds? I've been told from Oliver that Redline wrote a script for the marks, so they might be working next round. So I'm not sure. There might be more big tech stalling going on. But the amount of rounds, again, we don't know either way, because it depends on who gets marks, right? Like I thought of a situation in my head that if we started with 64 people and then we played the first 2 seeds, everybody could get 1 mark, right? Like if it was just the top half on the first seed got bottom half on the second seed. So then you're going into the 3rd seed where everybody has a mark, and then the size would just half every time. So you'd play 2 seeds, and then the 3rd one would get it down to 32, the 4th one would get it down to 16, and the 5th one would get it down to 8. And then we'd be done. Like we could be done in 5 seeds. But we've played 4 seeds right now, and we have like 20 people left. You know what I mean? So it's not even possible for us to get down to 8. So it just depends on who gets the marks, if that makes sense. Like it's not like a static amount of rounds. We prepared like 12 seeds. Oh, Nerdy drinking Invis pot again.
See you guys.
Every time I download the new file from Redline or Oliver, I have to. Nerdy has to drink Invis pot.
So we should be getting pretty close, right?
Yeah, I think I got sent the new file and it should. All right, Oliver gave me some updates. I'm gonna check with what I have. Let's see. Open this. Open this. Oh, that's not what I want to open. Open this. Let's see if this is what it looks like for me. Oh, it switched, but that's fine. Okay, yeah, this does make sense to what Oliver told me. Says that there are 20 people left. It'll update when the next seed starts. It says 32 right now, and the round number's been wrong, but we know it's been wrong. There are 20 people left, and there are 3 people with no marks. Evan, Pro, and Pulsar. 17 other people all have marks. So we could see 10 people getting eliminated in this next seed. If it's 10 people that are in more.
Wow.
Let me ask Oliver one more thing, and then we're almost ready to go. Oh, fixed. Did they start the match? Is that why I fixed? Yeah, okay. It almost all fixed. We're basically good.
Yeah, it looks like the marks, you said the marks are working now?
Yeah, the marks should be working. The only thing is I think it says Cursed Carrot has 4 marks. So that's gonna be the only
whoa, that's a little bit.
What? The broadcasters indicated this channel has mature audiences. Start watching. Fix that, guys.
We can handle it. We can handle it, guys.
I forgot that was a thing. No, we had to so okay. Pulsar has no marks, Evan has no marks, and Cropor has no marks. So we'll slap those guys up there, and then Camo won the last seed, so this will be a good group of 4 to watch the start. And then let me remember to start the main timer. Surely someone has a timer on their instance. Amazing. We'll start that now. Guys, the scuffness is getting better as we go, right? Which is honestly kind of sad because there's only like 3 more seeds and then we're fully done. And then it's just going to be the bracket 1v1s, and all of this literally doesn't matter anymore. But we're getting some good,
that's great.
Less scuffed content for the seeds where we have less people, so it doesn't matter anyways. Anyway, for next season.
Fantastic.
Exactly, for next season. True. But yeah. Now this seed looks very standard. It was a BT. And, I mean, this looks like the only ravine, but it is real, so I can't imagine people will be missing the ravine. And there's some gravel on the bottom, so in case you didn't grab some out of the island, this could be some time save. So we'll see. Yeah, the bracket is next week. We're determining, like I said, we already have the 8 players that are qualified for the bracket based on being the top 8 in the leaderboard last season. These qualifiers are determining the bottom 8 players of the bracket, which will round out the 16-player bracket, which will start next weekend. And ideally, we get through half of the matches next weekend, and the other half of the matches 2 weekends from now, and then it's done.
There you go.
But again, like obviously, it's a lot more flexible to schedule like 1v1s than it is to schedule around 90 people. So that could be like matches on like maybe Mondays or Fridays or whatnot. We'll see. But yeah, anyways, more about the seed. We do have a fort spawn, which might lead to some people wanting to do fort first. But again, I still just think it's wrong. I never like doing fort first in ranked. It's just not a thing. And I mean, Pulsar already sees the Bastion here. So I just don't think it's ever the right play. Like I said, I've only had it work out once, and it was almost like entirely forced that I needed to do fort first.
Yeah. It's just going to be a super rare circumstance that it will be actually helpful.
Chat, if you guys want info on the bracket, do ! Playoffs, and if you scroll more into the document, it has what should happen. Obviously, the dates are a bit tentative, like I said, because of scheduling, but it has the actual format of what's happening. Evan just died as I was reading chat.
Oh, no.
That's unlucky.
Oh,
But again, one of the runners with no marks. So
True.
he can lose a seed. Will it mess up his potential seeding? Maybe, right? Like again, I think if you're last in the qualifiers, you have to play silver in the bracket. And now, I'm not gonna like give my personal opinion on who I think is the best player out of the 8 or whatever and the already qualified members. But if you just look at the elo, silver had 2309 last season, and nobody else broke 2200 at the end of the season. There were a couple people that got into 2200 that fell down and couldn't get back up there, but I mean, he's, I think, over 150 elo above second. So it's just like, if you're the last seed, I don't know, man, you might want to be playing to not be the last seed here. And it looks like Camo also died, but Camo is the one runner on our screen that has a mark.
Oh, no.
Could be disastrous, but again, in the last seed, Camo was ahead by 6 minutes.
Oh, no. Yeah, that would be horrible.
Like he had 6 minutes to spare, and it's been 4 minutes in the seed. So if you just look at last seed and you think he's going to play perfectly again, he's still fine. But there are better players now than there were in the last seed.
Right.
This seed looks maybe slightly more linear in terms of like the overworld, and maybe people are more warmed up. They're going to die less. They're going to play, who knows, right? Or everyone has a mark except for 3 people, so they're playing risky because they know it's do or die, right? Like, who knows? Everyone has their own mental battles of like where to play risky and where to play safe. So we truly actually will never know. But again, this is one of those 4 first seeds where it's kind of hard to tell the pace, because it's just sort of the nature of how the advancements work. So we won't really know who's in the lead until we get a blind message. Because, I mean, no one on our screen has played Fort First, but there could be people that have been playing Fort First that are going to be entering the Bastion late. But it looks like every runner... Oh, wow. Moly G actually got... We'll pull him up. Moly G has already blinded. So this could be our big winner. But it looks like he's blinding on one eye. Or one rod, I should say, because he's got no more eyes in his inventory, and he might just let those both fall in the ocean because he's at Y80 or something, Y90. Wait, he's in the... What is happening on Moly G's screen? Does he have his rods and he's playing the Bastion?
Yeah, maybe he can Fort First
Did he
there.
get one rod and is gonna pearl hang?
Oh, this
2
is dang.
blind cords and get the rest? This is a very dag from Moly. I don't know what he's doing here. Because he definitely doesn't have all his rods. So I think he got one. Like, are we going to see a pearl hang? We are. There's the pearl hang.
Yeah.
Wow. Is 6
like
enough?
it.
Is 6 enough? Is it going to land? Dude. Oh my god.
Ooh,
I mean,
that was
it
risky.
probably would have
You're
landed
right.
by now, but if he goes more right in the fort, I feel like this pearl could land. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
why is he so? Yeah, I guess
I
he's
mean,
just trying to.
he
he's
threw it
playing
really
risky.
far, but I feel like it could land. You know, I would
Yeah,
be
yeah,
on
yeah.
2 the whole time. And Camo saying
For sure.
GG in the chat. I think he died again. And I mean, he made up a 6-minute lead in the last seed, but it's been 7 minutes, and
Right.
that might be impossible. You know, it might be too much. The numbers next to the pronouns mean how many marks a player has. If they have 1 mark, then they are on the brink of elimination. If they have 0 marks, then they have 1 seed to spare, basically. There are only 3 people with no marks, and I'll put the third on the right here so you can see. It is Pulsar, Crow, and Evan are the only 3 runners without a mark, and it looks like they're all playing the seed somewhat well. I know Evan died, but he hasn't died again, which we can't say for Camo. And he's getting in the fort, so who knows if he'll be in the top 10. There are only 5 people, now 6, that have actually blinded.
Yeah.
Now again, Millie G did blind first by like over a minute, but he blinded with 1 rod at the Bastion off a stray. But he has 6! Like, I'm
Wow.
making fun of the play, but he's going to chords right now.
I love this. I love this play.
Like, I don't know. Was this... But Pulsar I Spies first. So maybe, I mean, maybe Molly just played the rest of the seed wacky. Maybe the decision. We'll never know, right? Like, was it the best decision? Was it, like... And is he going to now get a different fortress or a different stronghold because he built his portal at the Bastion instead of the fort? You know?
Ooh,
he's
good
definitely
point,
added
yeah.
different stronghold here. Is that going to matter? But who cares? Pulsar's in the portal room. Maybe going to attempt 0. Looks like we have a hunger reset. Do they have explosives though? This is a gravel play. They have no pearls. This is a bit scuffed, and there's gravel too. I mean, you're so ahead. Like maybe you just give up. You're kind of already full sending it though, right? Like at this point.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're at half heart. No,
Oh,
man. No. There it is though. There's the respawn. How many explosives do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 beds, 5 beds, 2 anchors. This is very hittable, even on some bad heights. We have 2 pearls, so it has to be front, basically. It can't be caged, basically. We'll see. We'll see. The audio's a bit delayed, sorry. Not caged. A little bit of settings nervousness, maybe. And it's 1 and 8. But this is hittable. And they're going to pull out! I can't say that I hate the play. I can't say I hate the play. If they know they're first in the end, well, they're second in the end, actually, but they know they're second by, like, what, 20 seconds?
Something like that, yeah.
We have Molly actually trying 0 as we pull out in the bottom. Let's see if we can refocus Molly.
Molly on a mark as well. Oh, this is so risky, but
He's
I
at
listen, I
Y90.
respect
He's
it.
got the explosives. If it's the same as Pulsar, it's a 5-bed, 2 anchor. And it flew! And 90 on the 1 and 8. Are people going to go to 94? And now, does he have explosives?
I think he does. I think I saw 5.
He placed
I think I
2
saw 5
anchors,
left.
and he used a bed, and he placed 1. But I think he has at least 4. Yes. But again, Pulsar getting the perch, though. They're going to win. Wow. Pulsar getting first on the seed for sure. Being second in the end and getting an insta-perch almost after the 0. 10-27, nice. And they have 0 marks, so we could be seeing our number 1 seed for the qualifiers right now. 0 marks heading into the next seed. We're going to have, like, at most 13 people. At most 12 people, I think. We're going to have at least 8 eliminations on this seed.
Wow. That's crazy.
Molly's going to get a perch, and I think, like you said, he has the explosives.
I think he has 5. Maybe only 4.
Is this the snap? Oh, the most legendary 1 and 8 ever. Dougal 1 cycling now. For second, I think.
Yep.
Dougal 1 cycling for second. Yep, and he gets it. Has a mark. Saves his qualifier hopes. Again, Dougal got 9th place in the ranked leaderboard for season 1 by, I'm pretty sure, 2 elo. So he was 1 game away from auto qualifying to the bracket. Definitely one of the favorites to win the... Raul said 23 elo, so not 2, but still 1 or 2 games, which is crazy. Let's see if we can throw out some other people in this game. Dylan getting third. Let's go, Dylan. Love to see that. Pushing through the sleepiness. 7 finishers. Molly's going to be 4th here for sure. Well, I mean, not for sure, but we'll never know. And there are now more than 10 people in the end plus finished. So...
Wow. Yeah. So there's going to be some people in the end right now that maybe disqualified.
Yeah. This could be it. Like, we could be over. You know? Let's see. Is Emiya in the end? Emiya did enter the end. Looks like Camo did enter Bastion and then obviously has died, but he's still playing. And I've seen a couple people forfeit already. Presumably died too late. Just kind of know it's over, you know. But 5 more completions, and Crowpro and Evan are the only 2 players that can avoid elimination even with a mark. But it looks like Evan's going. Oh my god, I'm gonna full screen him. He's going to 95. This isn't gonna fly, I don't think. If he can make it. If he can make it. If he can make it. Oh!
Oh
and a misplace!
No!
And it's over!
No!
The pro and the clutch! But he's got food. But is it too late?
Oh my god.
Is it too late though? That was potentially gonna be... Oh, nice. Good job. That was potentially going to be a top 10 finish for Evan and an avoidance of a mark. But now I think it's over. There's going to be the 8th completion coming in very quickly. Rannick just got free the end. So that's actually going to be 9th. Retropod getting 8th. And I think Evan's done.
Yeah.
I don't see him. I mean, this has to be a push right now, right? There's 10 other people he's playing against here. And we already see Emiya on the bottom.
Yeah.
One cycling. Surely, for the 5th time in a row, we actually, like, surely we see the person in 10th finish, or the person at the end finish, right?
Surely.
And they got it. Emiya got it. There we go.
Okay, yeah.
It's just because the streams are slightly delayed. Emiya got it. And so Evan choking the 0, giving him a mark, but as he's one of the 3 players that didn't have a mark, he's saved. Along with Crow also not having a mark, but not finishing. So we're going to have 8 players eliminated, I think. 7. 8? Who knows? I think it was 8 people eliminated. I think we're down to 12 people.
Wow.
And again, we only need to get to top 8. So this could be our last seed.
Yeah.
I don't actually think it's actually not possible for it to be the last seed, which is funny, because we need to get down to exactly 8 people. And Pulsar is the only person without a mark. So there's going to be 6 people that are going to get a mark. So we're either going to have 6 people get eliminated, or we're going to have 5 people get eliminated if Pulsar is one of the people in the bottom half. Are we all following? Guys, take your freaking notepads out. Okay? So there's either 5 or 6 eliminations, which means there's either 6 or 7 people that are going to be left standing after this next seed. But if you notice, we need to have 8 people. So what that means is the people that will be alive after the next seed, either 6 or 7. Let's just say, for example, it's 6 people. Let's say Pulsar and 5 other people qualify, and then we have 6 people lose, right? Then what we're going to do is we're going to have those 6 players play 1 seed, and the first 2 people to finish will win. And they will be 7 and 8. And everybody else, those other 4, will be gone. And if we have 7 people qualify from this next seed, we will do a seed with the last 5 people, and the first person to finish that will win. So it'll be that. That's how the tiebreaker seed will work, chat, if that makes sense. And I think, I mean, unless I might have a DM from Oliver, I do.
That's pretty exciting. I'm excited to see. I don't know. We've got. So that's going to be a slightly different strategy. I mean, I think the strategy is probably mostly the same for all of this. Just play consistent, play quickly. But it is interesting to see as we've gotten lower and lower and lower in the amount of people, it does seem potentially like, you know, your attitude may shift. Whereas before, it's kind of just really play consistent. Now you're going against some really skilled players and really just have to beat these players going fast. So I feel like now is where maybe taking a few more risks might help. But on the other hand, you might have people in a similar boat as Camo who maybe played a little too risky, got that really insane completion, but then unfortunately were not
Alright.
able
Oh,
to.
Nerdy chicken in his spot because I had to download a new file.
The invis spot.
It's splash
It's okay.
invis. Guys, Nerdy's like the wandering trader, right?
Yeah, I could see myself doing that.
You think
role.
you could be a wandering trader pretty well?
I think so. Yeah. But anyways, basically what I'm trying to say is I think it's going to be interesting to see. Maybe we'll see some more risks coming out. Is overall what I'm trying to get at.
All right, we are basically ready. Gonna let Oliver know because he's just listening to the stream. Because I'm gonna open this stuff up and it's going to switch us over to the main stream scene, and they can go whenever. Again, guys, we have 12 people left. It'll update when the seed starts. We're gonna have 12 people, and everybody has a mark except for Pulsar. So it's basically do or die for everybody playing.
Wow.
We'll give Pulsar the main screen because they've been killing it. I don't know what their placements have been for each seed. You know, like I don't know where they've been actually placing, if they've won any seeds or not. I can't recall, but I mean, having no marks, where I mean, Dougal's got a mark, one of the best Minecraft players of all time, 9th place on the leaderboard. Like having 0 in this lobby is very impressive. You know?
Yeah. Now it's really just about kind of you want to keep that seating, but
Room portal
yeah,
seed.
I don't know.
Let's go. And we have the worst crying obby setup. Cannot finish this quickly. 6 iron though. And I think, let's see if the runners notice. It's a Silk Touch pickaxe. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Silk Touch pickaxe. Are we going to see some grindstone strats coming out? Are we going to see some wood pick strats coming out? Are we going to see mining the gold block in the room portal to get a gold pick? What are these runners going to do? Who is going to crank? Oh, wait. I'm stupid. You can make an iron pick and mine the stone. Guys, I was overcooking. My fault. You can
Hey,
you can
no, I
mine
like
the
where your mind was
stone
going.
that you can place the stone that you mined and then break it.
wow.
You
I
can
love
still
it.
touch the beehive. Oh, yes, sir. You guys are all have some amazing ideas. This is so sick.
You
And
get
now,
some-
yeah, you go. Sorry.
I was just gonna say you could get some leaves too. That might be good.
With a Silk Touch pickaxe unity, I think that's a bit sus. I think you should use it for oh, that cow's it's a party cow. No, you can just get blocks in the nether. The netherrack. That is probably what runners will do. And this
No,
is
I was
interesting
joking.
too.
I was joking. It was a joke. I was
Yeah,
joking.
guys, I was joking. Seeing how
She
much
was a joke. I swear it was a joke.
seeing how much food. Oh my god, did Retropog try to complete? Oh my god, they tried to do a dank completion. And I don't think they have enough lava. Wait, do they have to reset? They do. They have to fully reset their seed. Retropog right now in the middle right. They went for a dank higher completion and it broke. And there's no lava anymore. What are they gonna do? They have to reset. Are they gonna panic? Are they looking for a blacksmith maybe for an extra lava? Every second counts, right? Like now they're 2 minutes behind instead of a minute 30. You know? That's crazy. Is Pulsar first in the nether? No. But again, it all depends on like how much food you get and how much wood you get. And those decisions can matter later in the match, right? Like, let's say you get 34 wood like Pulsar has, and then you need to use some of it for building, and then you barely have enough for 0. That's pretty poggers, right? But let's say you got 34 wood, and then you play out the whole scene and you enter the end and you have 12 spare wood. You just lost that time mining 3 logs. But you couldn't know that, you know what I mean? Like you can't know, right? Like Pulsar's farming blocks right now, but they could have mined netherrack with the gold pick, so that's a bit of a time loss, right? Like, or they could have used the wood. There's so much dynamics in like how much food you get as well, right? Like, are you getting like 5 steak and 4 mutton? Like, is that more food than some runners? Probably. What is this treasure? Fossil parkour. Looks like they crushed it though. Dougal's having a moment in this bastion. That fossil's actually going to trip a lot of people up, it looks like, maybe. Dougal, I think, recovered this, though.
Yeah.
But it looks like we're good. But yeah, it's so interesting, like, because if you take more damage, you're obviously going to need more food, but, like, if you enter the end again with, like, 2 spare steak, then that was just raw time loss killing a cow. that other people will make up on you. Now again, it matters less when you're just trying to get top 6 as opposed to top 1, but still, like, we've seen matches get decided by seconds here. Like, we've literally watched 3 people lose while their dragon was dead or one cycling. So in a way, every second still does matter, just not in the traditional sense, you know? This treasure has 7 obby. Yeah, I wonder. I don't remember. I think I checked this, and I think you can get 20 if you trade every single gold block in the top and lose no gold to crafting armor or missing trades. Otherwise, you have to go down or play Home Portal. So, I mean, I think it's a skill thing to, like, manage all your trades and get all of them. And again, Home Portal's not that slow, especially because it's Room Portal. Like, it's a lot slower on Magma Ravine Seeds, where you have to go all the way up into the ocean and then back down. Room Portal, you're on the surface, you can just throw an eye. But I think we're going to see a lot of runners maybe push lower treasure for 20. Dougal's pushing for 20, probably lower treasure. Handling a couple skeletons. Let's see. No one is in the fort, so I don't really know. We'll just kind of pull up whoever, right? Because, again, all these runners are going to be making a decision to force 20 or not. Or play Home Portal. And it's hard to know which one is faster. In, like, while you're just playing the seed, you know? And, like, we see right there, Pulsar hangs a Pearl to Home Portal. And is going to be the first runner, not the first runner, second runner in the fort. But are these 20 obby gamers going to save time, right? Because Home Portal does take more food. You have to pearl back to your portal, and then you have to pearl farther, right? Like, especially if the second portal is like 800, 400, that's 1 pearl in the nether instead of like 3. Terrain could also be wildly different for Portal, and again, you're gonna probably get a different stronghold. And we've seen strongholds ruin a lot of runners, so it's like, it's kind of like random, but I think if you're just playing, oh my god, the amount of withers on Pulsar screen right now. If you're just playing for top 6, I think you can kind of do whatever, and as long as you play fast and consistent, it'll work out. But that could just be me speaking. I don't know. Looks like in the chat we did just see Evan forfeit.
Oh no.
Maybe died and just knows it's over, right? Who knows? It's pretty brutal though, because if you win this seed, you're in, you know? This is the seed.
This is
if you lose. Now, granted, it is not over, right? I did honestly just forget and remember. It is not over for Evan, because there will be a tiebreaker seed, because there will be less than 8 people that will finish. That will be without 2 marks at the end of this seed. So it's not over, but you're now gonna have to play a tiebreaker seed, having to get like top 1 or top 2 instead of top 6. You know?
Right. Way harder.
Definitely harder. And if you're playing that tiebreaker seed, you're gonna be the lowest seed, or like the lowest 2 seeds. You're gonna have to play silver. You're gonna have to play Ral. And I don't know if you want to be in that situation. If it was me, I would not be looking forward to that match. So there is a lot riding on this seed for sure.
And yeah, it's interesting. We're seeing the difference in the routes here. It looks like we're getting Pulsar.
I think Pulsar's trying to find their home portal. I'm gonna pull up Dylan here.
It's right up here. It's right.
He's right up there. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up Dylan, and we're gonna swap Pulsar over. Gotta be a little segmented. Dylan did home portal, and I'm assuming if you're doing home portal, you have all your rods. Dylan was the first person to find Stronghold by 20 seconds, and assuming. Now, who knows though, right? Like Molaji was second. Did Molly get 20 obby? I don't know.
Yeah.
Nope, Molly did home portal. Molly's at his home portal. Did Enko Boy get 20 obby? Let's see. Enko Boy was third. Enko Boy is also doing home portal. So who is really doing 20 obby? Is it going to be a time save? Right? Like, it looks like Dylan's been getting to these coordinates really fast. But again, right here, like, he's got to lower his Y. Is there going to be terrain down here? Got to dig through a wall a little bit. Is a 20 obby gamer? Yeah, as well, right? Like, is the nav going to be a lot worse? We've seen people be in strongholds for minutes. Only might be first in Stronghold here. Oh, Dylan shovel broke at the right time. Dylan might be first. Dylan built this portal faster, assuming they're both the right chords. It looks like it. Yep, Dylan's first in Stronghold. And Pulsar missed in the bottom right. Dylan wins by a few seconds. Is there going to be a spike? I see a spike for Dylan. Bottom left. Let's see him crush this nav. Let's go, Dylan. Reminder, winning this seed, getting top 6, means you are in the bracket. So for Dylan and Molly right now, and Ankle Boy, all 3 in the portal room, this could just be it. Doesn't look like either of them are going for 0. I'm not sure on the explosive counts, if I'm being honest. And it looks like Pulsar's digging down at the correct coordinates right now. Must have just missed by a couple blocks, or was too high. But if I'm Dylan or Molly, being first in the end here, Molly was first by 3 seconds. Dylan and then Ankle Boy within 10 seconds. Only 3 runners in the end. I mean, if you just crank a half bow, like, you're gonna get top 6, right? You're gonna be in the bracket, which is great, you know? I don't know what else to say. Like, it's just incredible play.
No, I mean, it's interesting though, because yeah, Pulsar are entering the end now despite missing, and
they do have
Pulsar
0
is the only one who.
Oh my god, 11 beds! Exactly. 11 beds! Are they not gonna go for
Pulsar
0
doesn't need
though?
to even beat the seed, technically.
No pickaxe. Dylan gets the east-west insta!
Oh my goodness.
East-west
Dylan,
insta for Dylan! Yeah,
oh
but
my
okay,
god. How
he's
many more
probably
beds?
got 11 beds, right? Or like something like that.
Okay, yeah, right. Yeah, I think you're right.
Let's get some drinks in the chat for the first official bracket qualifier. Dylan with the Q. Well, yeah, Pulsar did already qualify because they couldn't lose. That's true.
I have
Pulsar
one thing to say. I have one thing to say about this, as Dylan would like to let us know. Let him know.
Let him know. Let him know, Journey.
Let him know.
Let him know.
Let him know.
Let him
Dylan,
know.
let us all know.
Let him know. Dima in the end. Molly finishing second. We have 3 players currently in the end. We have 4. Who's the 4th? Who am I missing? Pro. Everybody fighting here. Doesn't look like anyone going for 0. These could be our 3, 4, 5, and 6. And reminder, if Pulsar finishes the seed in the top 6, there will be 6 people eliminated. If Pulsar doesn't finish in the top 6, there will be 5 people eliminated. But Pulsar's in the end, right? If they don't get a terrible perch, they're gonna get in the top 6 here. They've been in this end for a while. So we will see. Ankle Boy might be getting a snap soon. That looks like a nice turn. Hit that 180 potentially. No, the 1 and 8. Oh, sorry, you gotta move, bro. It's gotta fireball you. Move. You're losing time. Oh my god. Jacob was perching on Pulsar there for a second. Is Dima getting the perch? No. No perch from anybody here. And we had a 5th person sneak into the end. Automat. So it's no longer guaranteed for any of these runners. Again, except for Pulsar. But we're just going to pretend that everyone has a mark. Because it's more fun that way. And Pulsar gets the finish. Wow. So this is going to eliminate 6 people instead of 5. And Pro gets the perch as well. Again, I think everyone has like 10 beds here. So there's going to be an insane throw required.
And Pulsar also securing that number 1
that 1 seed. That is true. That is really big. Pulsar will be the highest seed because they're going to be the only person to fully finish with no marks. That's true. Ankle Boy gets a perch too. Oh my god. Automat in the end as well. Retropog in the end as well. We're waiting on 1 other perch. And Pulsar with the 9th seed is going to play Rain in the first round of the bracket. As Rain was the 8th seed in the leaderboard. Ankle Boy getting 5th. Dude, this is intense. We're just watching a live perch race between everybody right now.
Yeah.
The tournament line literally on stake for every single player on our screen right now. These are the 4 players in the end. Everybody needs a perch. Dima, maybe. No! 1 and 8! No snap for it. Dude, I feel like some of these guys have been in the end for a while. Dima's been in the end for 2.5 minutes. Automat's been in the end for 2.5 minutes. Retropog and Rannick both just entered, and Retropog gets a crazy perch! Oh my god, it ends like this?
Wow.
Wow.
Retropog.
And Rannick gets a perch too. Wow. Wait!
Oh,
they have
but
to
this
axe.
is the 1 cycle.
Wait!
Oh my god, this could go either way. I
Rannick
don't know.
wins it! Unless it's stream delay! Oh my my god!
I don't know.
Did Retropod just throw on the 1 cycle? I think he did. It's over. By 2
Oh my
seconds.
god. We saw it again.
Through the 1 cycle.
Right.
The first perch.
So,
Oh my god, and Dima gets a perch and automat as they're both
the
going.
6 people who finished this seed,
Wow.
congratulations, you have made it to the bracket.
That's a poetic
I mean,
ending.
I mean, what can we say? It happens in every tournament we've ever seen. It's impossible to ever play around. The dragon will always be a heartbreaker. That was crazy.
That was crazy. And Retropog, the first one to complete the
That
first seed
was
first.
insane.
And
Yeah, and now they're out
unfortunately-
into the tiebreaker.
Well, into the tiebreaker.
Yeah, into the tiebreaker.
Man, what a crazy turn of events.
That is insane. So we have 6 runners in the tiebreaker. The 6 runners that didn't finish: Evan, Dima, Automat, Retropog, Emiya, and Dougal. The top 2 on 1 tiebreaker seed that we're gonna play will be our 7th and 8th seed in the bracket based on the order that they finish. The player who finishes first will play Ral. The player who finishes second will play Silver. Nerdy, I just had an idea in my head. What if you 1 cycle first and you don't want to play Ral, so you sit outside the end portal to enter second and you want to play Silver? What do you think?
Silver's my man, so that's a throw. I love Silver. If you think Silver's gonna be easy pickings, I don't even know. We're not living in the same world. We're not living in the same universe. You know, like, I mean, not Rao is also very good, so I guess maybe that's a good play. But Silver. Don't underestimate Silver. I love Silver.
Guys,
love
I
Silver.
wouldn't want to
That's
play either person. I would not want to play either person.
I
At
would
all.
not either, actually.
Yes, top 6 got in. So if you guys missed it, Dylan, Molly G, Pulsar, Crow Pro, Boy, and Rannick have all just qualified for the bracket. Pulsar will be the number 9 seed because he's the only person to fully finish the qualifiers with no marks. Give it up for nice. Give it up for Pulsar. Some drakes in the chat. And then we will have to figure out the seeding for everybody else based on the average completion time. We'll have to look at the VODs later. I don't think we're manual or automatically tracking that. But we will have that info out for you guys soon. We'll just do it in the background. And again, the other 2 players, Shirley, Oliver, yeah, we gotta just figure out the lobby. Yeah, we're just figuring out who's in the lobby. But it's gonna be the 6 people that lost this last seed. Dima, Evan, Automat, Retropog, Emiya, and Dougal. Those 6 players will play 1 tiebreaker seed, and the first 2 finishers will be our 7th and 8th seed. Well, they'll be our 15th and 16th seed, but they'll be our 7th and 8th place in the qualifiers to go onto the bracket. So it's 1 tiebreaker seed. Winners take all, I guess. And assuming, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we have 6 people in the lobby. I mean, I'm ready whenever Oliver's ready. We'll switch it over.
The room won't end
There we
as
go.
soon as the 2 people finish. I'll just leave it on like wait for all completion. The only reason being is like if someone had to drop out or whatever, we want to have some backups. So even if you don't get top 2, it might be worth trying to get.
Yeah, and
top
Oliver
2
is explaining.
just in
Dima
case.
has him unmuted,
Might
but
be a
we are
backup.
not. We are gonna let everybody play out
Uh,
because if people can't make it to the bracket
yeah,
or
pretty much going for top 2.
just any circumstance where like someone can't play, the people who get like 3rd and 4th in this seed will be our potential backups.
As fine as ready, we'll get started.
So yeah, then we will.
Need
Rannick
anything?
made it. Let's see, who do we gotta pull up here?
Go to the bathroom real quick.
Dougal. Automat is in the lobby. Retropog is in the lobby. Emiya's in the lobby.
There we are.
The marks will all
And the
say
steeds
1.
are loading.
It's kind of wrong because they have 2 marks, but I mean, whatever. Reminder, the first, all the info on the bottom is going to be really scuffed, okay? Because we didn't prep anything for the tiebreaker. It's all going to be scuffed. They're going to play out. However many people finish are going to finish. They're just going to all play out. The first 2 players to finish the seed will be qualified. Again, they will be in the bracket. 12 Abbey Blacksmith. No iron. L. But I see on Automat's screen there's a buried ruin portal. I wonder if players are going to try to dig that out. Automat sees it. Is he going to dig it out? No. If you know your room portals, I think this is the G. So I think you can know where the chest is. Obviously, I know because I was in spectator mode checking the seed. But I think it's not that hard to dig out, and I'm pretty sure there's an FNS in the chest. So I wonder if any runner will try to dig it out, or if they will just kill the golem. Because, like, where are you getting gravel, right? Like, on the river far away?
That's
like,
fair, that's fair.
I would maybe
I just feel like it's scary.
try. Yeah, because you could lose a lot of time.
spooky.
You have to get top 2. Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. Retrobog's gonna go for it, though. It is the G. They kind of know. It looks like they might know what they're doing. This is good, though. You dig out the middle. You try to figure it out. Also, you could save obsidian. Obviously, there's crying, so you can't. There's the chest. They found it. With the light and some gold armor. That's an insane heads up play. Automat's looking to dig for it. Thinks it's the L dot or maybe C dot. I don't know the not C dot. I don't know my names, bro. Frick, man. Sorry, guys. But they find the chest also. Got it as well. And I think they're all going to give up on finishing it and just build on the surface. Because on ranked, like, you're guaranteed 5 obby in the chests and then good trades. So if you're entering the nether with 2 obby, that's probably more than enough. Like, I think every seed except for 1 today was home portal. Dougal's... Wait! Oh, he's building up with it because he's going to build it. I just had the most... I was like, what is he doing? Oh my god, I forgot he just built it right there. I thought he just scrolled so hard.
I like that. I like it. I like it.
Oh my god, I thought he absolutely griefed. Dougal's the last runner in the nether, by the way, at 2:04. All 6 players in the nether. Retropog first. But it looks like this terrain is hard. I remember this. Look at it. Well, let me pull up Retropog's screen here. You guys can see it's a little cleaner. Look at the Bastion. You can't really see it on this angle, but it's like down to the right. So are these runners going to try to play some higher terrain and dig into it? Are they going to go lower and try to build around with the limited blocks that they have? I also completely lied, and this isn't the seed I was thinking of at all.
Yeah,
so the terrain is
this looks pretty manageable.
I checked like 30 seeds yesterday, man, because I would check them, and then like something would go wrong. Like I'd check the full seed, and then I'd pull up the trade list, and it'd be like they got like 4 string or like 12 pearls. I'm like, dude. So my fault, guys. My fault. It's not lava housing. This is stables, and it's single triple. So we're gonna see all the runners play gap, 100%. It's probably going to be a very... Oh, Automat's actually going to the triple. I lied. I don't think... I'll be honest, I didn't check if you get your trades on 4 gold blocks. It's a very sus play, I think. But he has 23 obby because the triple chests at the top were stacked. So you could be out this shit really quick if this works. But if it doesn't, then you lost all of this time and you still have to trade the gap. Oh my god. Bastion 2. These pigs always get stuck here, man. This, I don't like Automat's play, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's not worth it, man. I think you gotta just be confident in your play, confident that you can get top 2, and just trade out the gap, you know? A single triple, like, you're not gonna hit the trades, right? No way. Here, Richbog in the gap already has 19 pearls. Automat's Pyrang. Looks like it's a not visible 4 because he's Pyrang, but it looks like it's really close. 7 chunks. Does he have enough pearls? 8. Is that it? I mean, look, these trades are so scuffed though. Like the where you're picking up the trades from. Retropog's leaving on low train. Looks like the first runner to leave the Bastion. I'm just gonna assume because they have they were the first to enter the Nether. And I think I need to reboot this thing actually. Let me do this real quick. But yeah, I think I don't like the triple play because now look, Automat's got to play the gap, which is just not what you want. That's just a guaranteed minute and a half time loss.
Right, exactly.
Just a consistency play, you know. But
there we go.
Again, maybe he thinks he's got to do it to win, right? If you have to get top 2, like what are like who knows what any of these runners are thinking, right? Like what they're playing, right? Because I mean, I guess if it was half, it'd be like top 3. But yeah, like all these other rounds have been like top 6, top 10, top 20, top 30, right? This is top 2. This is more like an actual ranked game, but you're playing 5 other people instead of
that's what I was gonna say. It's way harder. I feel like this is way harder.
You have to just play it on, and maybe he thought that he needs that time save because I didn't know for sure, but he didn't enter the nether first, right? So who knows? I mean, we'd have to ask him, right? No one will know what he's thinking except for himself. But it looks like he's out. And Retropog is the only person in the fort
great.
by a landslide. Like, a minute at this point is the only person in the fort. Looks like Dougal just found it. Automat's looking for terrain to it as well. I think it was 7 chunks, but it's kind of diagonal. This Repyre is going to kill him here if he can't find this terrain. It is very, like, open here, but he's got to just go the right way. He's going to throw a pearl. I think that's the right way for Automat, and he does see the fort. There we go. So we have our third runner in the fort now, Automat. I mean, you got to expect Retropog's getting first on the seed, right? A minute lead in the fort. But Dougal has 2 rods already, and Retropog has 3. Now, I don't know if the rates picked up or didn't pick up, or if
I think they've been pretty bad.
He's going to get better, like, spawns, because I don't think the spawns from the spawner itself are standardized. I think the spawn, like, timing is, but not the actual amount, right? Which is why blaze betting is still good. But they have the same amount of rods. So Dougal could be catching up here. Dougal has more rods. Dougal has 4. And Retropog has 3. And Dougal entered this fort a minute slower. Exactly a minute slower. But now Retropog has 6 rods, and Dougal has 4. So I'm wrong, and Retropog's still a GOAT. But Dougal's getting explosives. Does he need these for 0? Or just in general? How much string do people have? I don't know. But it looks like everybody's now in the fort. Emiya was the last in the fort at 650. Again, you do need to get top 2, so there's going to need to be some hero plays from runners entering these forts a minute, 2 minutes slower than their opponents. And these offsets are not looking good. 2 eye. Oh, there we go. 1700. It was going to be really bad if it was 2 eyes. Needed to throw a third, but that is not looking amazing. I mean, they can leave to the stronghold, but it's 1700. So this is going to be probably a lot to do with terrain management. And they're throwing another eye. Maybe got some desync, right? We can't see that part of the Nimbot. And they got the same. But I mean, hey, if you're ahead, I mean, you don't want to lose. You don't want to miss a stronghold, right? You can't hate that play. You shouldn't desync in the first place, but it's definitely better to be safe than sorry. I think consistency, I think, is always key here. And it looks like every runner has now blinded. They're all in the same exact split, and they're all gonna have to go 1700 here. But I'm not sure about the explosive count. I don't know why Dougal got some glowstone. If he left the gap earlier, perhaps. Or if he's trying to get more for 0, I don't know explosive counts. We'll see when Retropog gets in the stronghold. Oh my god, Pearl's on a rune portal. Looting. Not like it'd matter. They have 1 village bed.
Let's see here.
I have to bridge to cords, but it's got 50 blocks.
Oh, it's not too bad.
Dima's on good pace too. Let's switch Dima. Dima was the 2nd person to blind. These are our 4 fastest runners on blind. Evan and Emiya are the 2 slower ones out of the 6. So we're going to be seeing maybe these 4 runners getting into the stronghold first. Retropog first here for sure.
Pog. Yes, there we go.
But how many explosive, right? Is Dougal going to have 0 because of the glowstone? Or did he need it to just one cycle? Insane. Fast nav.
There we go.
And it's just going to enter. No thought of 0 at all. And look at that shake. Is that nerves? Is that high sense? I don't know. I mean, tournament life is on the line, right? Dougal in the stronghold now. And Retropog's going to have to. Behind. Is Dougal going to prep for 0? He sees the portal room. Did he just need explosives in general? Or is he prepping? No, he's got 2 bed 2 anchor because he didn't get a village bed. Okay, so he needed the glowstone. So he's going to be 2nd. Dima's going to be 3rd here. And instant nav from Dima. Again, no one has 0. So this is going to be per trace. But again, half bow is very consistent. Again, you can still get rolled, right? Obviously, you can still get rolled. The dragon's never going to be working cooperatively always. But if you pro to the center, hit your 8 crossbow shots really quick, it will be very much, like, very, very faster. Much faster on average. Is that a perch for Retropog too? No, it's not. Okay, I lied.
Ooh, looked like it. Yeah.
Evan actually is 4th now, but again, it's only the top 2 runners that... Dude, why do I not have Evan's stream? Oh, I just scroll up. It's only the top 2 runners here that will qualify, barring any substitutions or anything else. It's only the top 2, and Retropog's gonna take his slot as one of the top 2. It looks like. I mean, this is a hard 1 cycle though, right? 3 bed 1 anchor, could be choked. Definitely gonna need to axe this for sure, but as long as no flyaway, we can't see the health. But this does look good, and we have our other 3 runners in the end. Everybody else is in the end. Everyone in the end right now. It's a full perch race for the second finisher, assuming he gets it. But he's got his crossbow on his bar. Did he not get it? He missed an axe hit. Wait, did Retrobog not get it? Wait, he didn't get it.
Oh no!
We can't see the health. This is a bit of a issue
he
with the thing.
No, he misses that too.
Yeah, but oh my god, this could be. It could be over. He's got a full bow. This right? Is it Enderman
on him?
Is it Enderman on him, or did he get fire? Oh my god, is it Enderman on him?
Yeah.
Retropog just tossed his tournament hopes away, potentially. Enderman's in the boat, but like he has a full bow, and then axe, and surely 2 people get a perch. Duel gets 1.
Maybe he can get a. It's possible. Here's the perch for Duke.
Again, these 1 cycles are still hard. 2 bet 2 anchor. This is not free. Is he going to be able to axe? Iron axe instead of stone axe. It's not free though, and we're completely in the dark on the dragon health, so we have no idea. But he got it, and Dougal secured 7th place of the qualifiers into the bracket as our 9th place leader. Remember, it's expected, but it was probably too close for him. Evan gets a perch. Retropog gets another one, but Retropog doesn't have enough health.
Yeah, no, you're right. Evan has this in the bag.
If he doesn't choke the anchor, and it's dead. And Evan gets 2nd. No! Automac gets 2nd. We missed it.
Oh my god. We missed it again.
Automac gets an insta-perch. And Evan gets 3rd. And it's over by seconds.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Wow. 8 seconds. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. And Dima gets a perch too. Wow. Holy shit, man. I mean, look at those finishing times though. 11:55, 12:10, 12:18. Within like 20, 25 seconds of everybody in the top 3. Dima gets in a minute later. This is insane. Pretty nuts. Wow. I mean, what can you say? Like, it's just how it goes, right?
It was a heartbreaker for Retropog. I was really rooting for Retro there, but it's okay. Evan coming through. Well, no, not Evan. Automat. Sorry, I thought Evan. My brain is off. I was like thinking one person was winning, and then I was thinking another person was winning, and then another person.
Yeah, I don't even think we had Automat up. I don't think he was.
Yeah,
Automat might have been like 5th in the end or something. I don't know if he had it up or anything. It was just. He might have just gotten a nice perch. I know Automat is like very good at half bow, like relative. He literally has the Automat half bow method named after him. So the dude's got to be pretty good at it. You know what I mean? And like I said, it is very skill based in the sense that every single arrow that you hit, because like when you shoot the crystal, the dragon has to fireball you. But if you can shoot crystals like 1, 2, 3, and then the dragon, and you do that all 3 like insta hits, the dragon can only fireball you once for those. You know what I mean? If it's far away and has to get to you, so you can overlap those. And then every single time, like if you're shooting all 8 that don't have a cage, you're limited on. Here, let me pull it over to us. You're limited on like when you shoot that 8th crystal to when you can even start getting that perch, right? Unless you roll like the 1 in 100 insane perch when you're at like Z1 on the fountain or whatever, which I have literally only gotten once, by the way. So like I think that just never happens. It is very skill based, right? So again, it is obviously always a heartbreaker to see people lose to perch, right? But it's obviously an unavoidable part of the game, as we've had dozens of world records in any percent, dozens of tournaments, all decided by it. What can you do, right? It's just how it goes. It makes for a better script. What can I say? Like, that was crazy, no?
Okay. Pretty
That
good
was
script.
crazy.
Pretty good
Did you
script.
guys enjoy?
And
Was that awesome
and-
or no?
And I would like to add to the script, like a teaser at the end of the episode for the next episode, which is that, as chat was noting, we're gonna have Dougal versus Raoul, which is
And
crazy.
Automat versus Silver. Dougal versus Raul is crazy. I mean, dude,
Two-
everyone in
two of
everyone in the
best
top 16
players
is just
in the
crazy.
world, Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, of course. But Dougal versus Raoul is a match I'm particularly excited to see. Definitely two of the best players. That's crazy that's like the first match that could easily be like
Yeah.
a final, you know?
And if you guys want full info on the bracket, type !playoffs, open the Google Doc. What will happen tentatively is next weekend we will try to do all of the round of 16 games and then the round of 8 games on 2 days. So like, okay, let me even pull it up. I don't even remember what I said, bro. Oh, Nerdy drinking in his spot.
Hey guys. Oh, I'm back.
Let me pull it up. Due to heavy collaborator use, some tools for this document may become unavailable for larger audiences. Okay, so let's see. What did I say for the things? The round of 16, yeah. So next weekend, there will be 8 matches, hopefully. I want them all to be on Sunday, but obviously we can schedule around people because I obviously want everyone to play in the bracket, right? Like, you got all this way either qualifying through this gauntlet of 60 plus runners or you finished in the top 8. Like, these are the best of the best we have right here, right? So we want to watch them play. So ideally, all 8 round of 16 games will be on Sunday, a week from today. But if that doesn't work for scheduling, we will shuffle them around. There'll be updates in the ranked Discord. I can update in my Discord also. We'll figure it out. But it will just be 1v1s, best of 3. We'll choose 3 seeds. First player to win 2 seeds. It's just ranked, right? It's just like you'd watch someone queue ranked, play someone on the ladder. It's the same exact thing. Obviously, we're going to check the seeds to make sure there's no like lava housing. But that's it, right? Then that's just it. And then the weekend after that, we will do the rest of the matches, which might actually take too much time. We'll figure it out. This might be changed a little bit. But the point is, it's going to be next weekend and 2 weekends from now. It's a single elimination bracket. Do we know the bracket? We don't know. So we know here. Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys here. I will pull up. This is on the fly. My Minecraft, beautiful. All right. Shout outs, guys. This is I'll put it over my face cam so you can still look all awesome over there. So if you look at the leaderboard for last season, this is our top 8 right here. Let me make it bigger. This is really fucking small. This is our top 8 right here. I'm not playing, guys. I'm hosting, guys. I'm not playing. So Silver is the 1 seed in our bracket. Ra will be the 2nd seed. Arachi's the 3rd seed. Oxidia's the 4th seed. Griffin's the 5th seed. All the way down to Rain being the 8th seed, okay? And then, out of the 8 people who qualified, Pulsar was the only player to get no marks. So Pulsar will be the 9th seed, okay? That's just how it'll work. And then the last 2 players here, in the tiebreaker seed, Dougal won the tiebreaker seed and Automat got 2nd. So Dougal will be the 15th seed and Automat will be the 16th seed. We have to figure out 10 through 14. It's an average of everyone's completion out of the qualifier seeds that we played today. But we didn't automatically calculate that. So we'll go back and do that later. We have all the data. It'll be gone. It'll be done today. But it's gonna be, let me just look it up. 16 person bracket. This is what it'll look like, guys. Printyourbrackets.com. Shout out to printyourbrackets.com for this right here. This is what it's gonna look like. The bracket, okay? This is the exact seating. It's just how seating works in most brackets. This is just what it's gonna look like. So Silver will be 1, right up here. This will be Automat. 8 will be Rain X. 9 will be Pulsar, and it'll just fill in and it'll just go. It'll just go like this, and then it'll go. We'll have some nice graphics soon in the next day or 2. Once we figure out everyone's seating, it'll be announced in the ranked Discord. I'll post on Twitter. Well, you'll find it. You'll find it, okay? If you're following me, you're following ranked, you'll find it, okay? We'll make sure the world knows. As Dylan say, we'll let them know. Is that right, Nerdy?
We'll let them know.
We'll let them know.
We'll let them know. We'll let them know.
We'll let them know. We'll let them know.
Let them know.
This spot for a bit. We'll let them know. What does the winner get? So the prize pool is currently $2,500. The winner gets $1,500. Second place gets $750. Third place gets $250. That could get higher if I decide to do a sponsored stream sometime in the future, or a sponsored YouTube video. But currently it is $2,500, and you need to get top 3. Is there a third place match? Yeah, there is, because the 2 players that lose in the semifinals will be tied for a third, so they will play a third place match. So yeah, if anyone has any other questions, we'll just chill for a few minutes, but we're done. There's no more games today. I'm not going to stream anymore today. We're going to figure out stuff on the back end, figure out the seeds, make sure no one cheated, all that stuff. New graphic just dropped in the Discord. Let's pull that up potentially. Playoff info. Oh my god, dude. Freeway's so fast, guys. That's wrong.
This is the graphic you made. Oh, never mind. I was just kidding.
Oh my god, dude. This is so stupid. Yeah, I made this. Transform, reset, transform. These are our qualified gamers. Look how cool that is. I wonder if that's an order of seeding. I know the bottom 2 are seeds and Pulsar is the top seed, but surely it's not all in order. Anyways, this is what was qualified. Very pog. These are our 8 players that will join. Again, we'll have a better looking bracket the next day or 2. I'll be honest, I don't know how the graphics works. Curryway just kind of does them, you know? I got sent all this OBS stuff this morning and it looks insane. Like, look at these transition guys.
What?
God. Oh, and then it bugs out. Oliver told me it bugs out if I do it too fast. But it was cool, right? Like, Curryway just did that, you know? So it's kind of hype. That's how it goes. But yeah, if anyone has any other questions, I'm down to chill around for a few minutes. I don't think Nerdy has anything to do. But yeah, there'll be, like I said, more info in my Discord and the ranked Discord everywhere in the next couple days. And yeah, there's basically all the other infos in the doc too. It'll probably just be Nerdy and I commentating the whole time. But that could change. It probably won't, but it could change. The winner doesn't have to play me. I would lose. But it could be fun, like stream content. It could be fun stream content, like after maybe, like not tournament related, but just for fun. Any exhibition match. We have Nerdy and Oliver play. Nerdy, Oliver, and Redline and Curryway. We do like an org match. That'd be so busted, man. Curryway would just fucking sweep.
Hey, whoa. Curryway doesn't use calc. I could maybe make up some time there. All right.
Well, if it's a true org match, then I'm in the lobby and then I'd sweep, okay?
Okay, well, that one I can't really cope on not having it. Yeah.
We could get XQC play Force in, true. But we'd have to figure out how to do restreaming. XQC's on Kick now. I don't know how that works. The browser source and the... Who knows? Do I plan on playing in next seasons? No, I'll probably... I mean, who knows what we're going to do for season 2, right? But I'll probably just continue to host it. I had a blast, guys. Let me show you. This is what my... This is what my third monitor was looking like. Well, it's nerdy. This is my third monitor the whole time. I have these 3 windows that I all had to juggle with like all these things and stuff, and then these drop downs with everyone. And when there were a ton of people, there's like 60 of these in here. And I think the like searching and like this searching thing like wasn't working. Oh, it was working. Okay, I just doing it the wrong way. Never mind, I'm stupid. But it was just like, you know what I mean? So tournaments are crazy, guys. My point is like respect your tournament organizer. Okay, this is really fun. I enjoyed working through the scuffness. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching, even though my internet also kind of bonked out for a couple times, but that's just my apartment. I'll have a new one in a month and a half, guys. But yeah, thanks to Curway for all the graphics, Oliver for cranking out the script stuff and debugging live, as well as Redline, especially because Oliver landed from a flight from Europe like less than 24 hours ago. Dude called me last night. He's like, I landed 2 hours ago. I've been up for like a day. I was like, okay. But he cranked it out. No, maybe Spec wrote this too, but Oliver was helping with some of this stuff here. No, guys, not the script. I wrote that. Oliver wrote the OBS script. I wrote the script. Because like I said, if we get more viewers and the stream, if we get more viewers and the stream lasts longer, we get more ads, and we get more money, and we get bigger prize pools, and I can retire earlier, guys. You know what I mean? That makes sense, right?
I was a contributor to the script. I would like to say, don't leave me out of that. You know,
Oliver wrote the parts that broke. Spec, it sounds like you're throwing Oliver under the bus here.
Yeah. What the
Yeah,
heck,
it's because Oliver wrote the actually hard parts. So.
It's okay.
Spec wrote the baby code, and of course it's not gonna break. He copied it off GitHub. It's Stack Overflow, fully copied. Of course it won't break. I'm kidding. I have no idea what either one wrote. I can't even code, guys.
Yeah, you could learn.
There's a reason why I'm a speedrunner, because yeah. Woohoo! Anyways, I mean, dude, we could take solving for hours, right? Like, we could solve for hours. But that's gonna be it. We'll do some back-end stuff again. We'll have some info for you guys. Can we get one final Drake for all the players that played, that woke up whenever the time was, that stayed up, that qualified, that didn't qualify, everyone that showed up, because they got top 100 in the first place. Pretty cool. And yeah, there's now, like, almost no one streaming Minecraft, because they were all streaming the quals and then probably got off. So we're gonna raid Meebe because he's the one sole survivor of playing after the qualifiers. Yes, I know Kuro is about to. Again, the bracket will start next week, tentatively Sunday, maybe Saturday. Again, there will be multiple informational things on Twitter, on Discord, on Tumblr, on Reddit, on Instagram. So if you're following us anywhere, you'll find it. I was also lying about the last 3. It's only going to be on Twitter and Discord, unless somebody else posts it on other platforms. Guys, I try to look at Tumblr once. Like, I look at it like once every 3 months for MCSR. I don't understand Tumblr at all. But there's some cool art there, and I look up my name sometimes. People say some cool stuff there. But I don't really get it at all. And sometimes I scroll too long, and then it's like, you should make an account, and then I give up. Because I'm not going to make an account. So, I don't really understand Tumblr. But it's pretty cool. So, we will, yeah, we'll see you guys next week. I will be streaming probably tomorrow, or on my all later today. So, if you're here just for Feinberg, which obviously all of you were because I'm the best ever, you'll be looking forward to some more Feinberg content soon. But if you're interested in the tournament and competition and money and awesome Minecraft gameplay, then you will see that next weekend. And I will see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the support and the love.